Okay.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 63? 63. I'm pretty sure.
What show is
You're the
this?
one numbering these.
This is toddy rap.
Yeah, he did it.
This is hot toddy rap.
Hot toddy rap?
Two hot toddies.
You can give me the number?
Joyous.
Nah, I did. I'll look it up.
Anyway. So today we're talking about, what are we talking about? Oh, yeah. The end of winter 2022.
This is episode 64.
64.
64.
Thank you. And today we got our usual.
Nice.
We're almost there.
5 more weeks.
We're so close.
What are we
We're
doing
so
for
close.
69?
Ooh, it's a surprise.
Hentai. What?
Is it?
Whoa, bro.
Surprise.
Fucking spoilers.
Surprise.
Do I
Just
actually
beep it
get
out.
it?
Just beep
I
it
got
out.
you. I'll just cut this.
Beep it out. Just beep it out.
Really?
Just beep
I'll
it
bleep, I'll
out.
bleep
You
it.
just gotta put a beep. That's it.
Yeah, beep.
PG.
That's too much
Use our
work.
beeps. Just use our beeps. Beep.
I'm gonna
So-
cut that,
Yeah,
slide it back.
superimpose it.
Are we gonna like go down the list? Because I have the list in front of me.
Yeah, that's
Or
what
are
I'm
we
looking
just
at
gonna like
currently.
fucking spitball it.
Let's go down the list.
Do you want to go down the list? Because we'll
Yeah.
start off with the best stuff is the issue.
That's
Can
fine.
I ask
Okay.
Might be
a
different from your
question?
List, but yeah.
Go ahead.
Has
Well,
everyone...
I'm just looking at like the live chart list. That's why I'm saying.
Oh, you're on live chart.
Oh, I'm on
Yeah,
MAL.
I'm on ML too.
Yeah, I'm on Annie list.
How many...
I have 3 different lists.
Oh, I'm on live charts.
Annie list is the best one, probably.
Fuck it, we'll spitball it. Who cares?
So,
Yes.
anyone watch a lot of shows this season?
Yes.
You watched a lot of
Me.
shows? Did you,
I
Bob?
was like 6, I think.
You watched like 6 shit.
I watched
only
like 8
fucking
or
3.
9 towards the end. Because there's 2 shows
I
that
watched
Netflix
like 15.
came.
You watch, holy shit.
You watched
Oh my
15?
God.
What the fuck?
I have issues.
How does
okay?
this happen?
There wasn't even that many good shows or even bad shows that were
I
worth
still have
time.
issues.
Dude, Michael doesn't have commitment issues, okay?
No.
I watched
have
like
issues when it comes to my
5.
projects.
Nice.
I do want to start with this one, though, that I'm really tilted about. So
Which one is it?
it's the Thermain Roman Nova.
I saw that on Netflix.
It's the
I think
bath.
next season, but I'll go with you.
It says it's on this season.
I know. I seen lists this season and next season. I've watched it too. So go
Well,
ahead.
it's finished either
Maybe
way.
it's like core 1.
So you remember how I
Corn.
had the idea
Hate
of
cores.
the Viking coming to this land?
Yeah, is
Yeah.
that?
It's a Roman guy who builds bathhouses, but every time he goes underwater, it's connected to Japan. So he goes to this land, learns like ideas from them, comes back, builds like a bathhouse.
Dude, that sounds like the... I
But
actually want to
he
watch
learned
this.
like he
Amazing.
learns stuff. The only thing that's messed up, I don't know if I can say it. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah. Say it.
They call them
it
flat
racist?
faces.
Whoa!
He calls them flat faces. These flat
This whole
faces.
time
Boy.
I'm sitting there like,
Boy.
wait, what did he say? I'm like, maybe it's the dub. I go on the sub, I read the subtitles, it says the same thing. I'm like,
You can't see
I'm
that.
not gonna lie. I
That's
don't
a-
know what that is.
That's a racist Roman
Flat
guy.
face?
Yeah. Well,
Wait,
yeah.
what's flat faces?
Roman guy's
Japanese
really
people.
racist.
That's
I'll say
the...
that.
Wow, that sounds...
That sounds part.
That's
of the
really odd. Why would they put that... You know what?
I think it's because they're like, this show also at the end has a tidbit from the author about like, she goes to a bathhouse and explains, like, they get like some guy to explain to her about
Oh, I thought you were
certain
gonna be
things.
like disclaimer at the end of like this is not racist. That's
a work of art. It's not-
wrote it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why maybe she's like, yeah, I guess this is what.
You know
She
what?
wanted to say.
I guess the Romans were probably really fucking racist.
Oh no, the Romans were racist as fuck, man.
So
course they
that's...
were.
But like, it
They
was
would-
like, yeah.
They were
That's the
what?
thing. It's like he thinks they're slaves, so they're calling he calls them like fat
I forgot about that.
Flat faces?
slaves. Yeah.
Oh
That's-
So
That's nice. That's...
yeah,
So
it's,
what's
it's an interesting show.
wholesome?
The
No,
show
it
is
doesn't sound wholesome at all.
show's interesting. It's just basically a guy building bathhouses in Rome
Fucking-
it
based
funny?
off of. It's funny based off of
Like
Japan.
every episode he runs into a problem, and he's like, "Huh, how do I make a bathhouse made for kids and adults?" And he gets transported to a water park.
This dude is building like slip and slides and shit in his bathhouse.
No,
Yep.
legit, he is.
Dude, imagine if you're like a Roman dude and you're just like losing your fucking. That'd be the craziest shit you ever seen.
Well, yeah, there's like parts where like you know because everyone can use them, but there's these like popular like Roman people, and they're like, "It's my turn." They're like pushing each other to slide
Actually,
down the
sounds like
thing.
I would like that show.
Dude,
I
what
might
if
watch that.
you're a Roman guy and there's like an onsen concept? They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, that's what it is. It's basically the whole show is. I have a problem. I need to figure it out. I get transported to a private bathhouse or a outdoor bathhouse. And
The funny
he
thing is,
brings
it's,
all this stuff to Roman times.
the way he gets transported to is he goes underwater, or like he slips and falls and he goes into the water.
So this is accidental.
Yeah, and then he just either
basically.
wakes up there, and then when he goes back, they're either like he's on the floor and people were trying to wake him up because they thought he drowned, or because like he pops out and people are in the bathhouse. Like he'll just pop out and he doesn't speak the language, and the people are like, "Foreigner was under the water this whole time. That's crazy."
So does this dude get farther than the bathhouse, or does he just in the bathhouse, or does he like go out?
Oh,
on
different
the street?
places, tons of different. Oh yeah, he goes.
He wakes up in like a store.
Is he wearing? What is he wearing? Like a toga?
Nothing.
He's not
He's
wearing. He's not wearing
naked.
anything because he's
So
in the bath.
he's in a store and he's just fucking
Just in the
hanging
bath.
brain.
Yeah, there's plenty of times where you just see a mist cover or just plain
Why is there?
pixelated dick.
They just pixelate it. They put it in the shot. That's crazy. That's
That's wild.
No way.
It's so
And it-
ridiculous.
I love the part because everyone's so like nice to him about it. They're like, "Oh, you're supposed to be covered in this area," or he's in the street and it's like, "Oh, you must have got robbed. Here's some clothing."
some dude robbed me and took my fucking.
And then he
underpants.
almost bangs some Asian chick.
What?
What?
Oh yeah. Oh god, that.
That sounds, dude. This sounds like the greatest show ever.
You guys are watching it tonight, right?
It's
Yeah.
if you're good at the
Oh,
concept of it, of like it repeating, watch it. But
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
like, okay, I know where this is going, and you don't like it, don't watch it.
I just want to see like a bunch of Roman people freak the fuck.
It's
out.
11
Like the craziest
episodes.
shit.
It's quick. I also watch it at 1.25 speed.
Oh,
So I was like, "Fuck it, let's go through this." But yeah,
It's a fun show. You know what you're getting by the second episode.
Very nice, very
I
nice.
consider it like a 7 out of 10.
That's not bad.
It's like
give it like
it's
a
worth
wow.
watching, but nothing
It's a
crazy.
6. It's
A
a
6.
fine.
Yeah.
It's a. I'm gonna do something else and have this on the
Yes.
background.
Yeah, that basically is it. If you just want to see a Roman guy freak out with some decent
sounds
bad
awesome.
CG,
Does it look
Bathhouses.
terrible too? That's even better. That's the type of
it
show I
does.
want to
There's
look
times
at.
where it's just like, ugh, okay.
The
you
robotic
look a
walking
little
sometimes they do. You're just like, "Ugh."
What if it's on purpose? It's
funky.
not.
I think it
It's
is.
like
Oh.
yeah, it has to be
Netflix,
like
it
a
might
work
be.
of art.
I don't know.
you just lean into it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, yeah,
that's
first
basically it.
first episode gets drafted. They're like, you know what? What if this is just terrible? Like, what if we just know it's terrible from the start? Just roll
Just
with
go
it.
with it.
Yeah.
What's the show called?
I think the English name is like All Bathhouse Leads to Rome.
They do.
What was is the
Oh,
name actually
Japan,
in Latin?
Sorry.
The name's actually in Latin, so I'm not.
Yeah,
going
third
to.
main Roman Nova.
Wow,
The
really?
main Roman
Yeah.
Nova. So like
Name's in Latin.
Oh, that's
Rome
gnarly.
knew something.
What the
like
fuck does that
That might
mean?
go too.
Imagine trying to read that. Like, wow.
I'll look it up on Netflix what it's called.
What's
Romane Rome Nave.
what does that mean
Rome Name.
in English,
I think
please?
it means all bath. I think that does legit mean all bathhouses lead to roads, or all baths.
That's what I think
lead
it was.
To road.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I
remember reading it somewhere.
Pretty spot on.
Huh.
Oh, that's the first episode. Is called All Bathhouse Leads to Rome.
Maybe that's like
that's
literal
pretty good.
translation.
Yeah. That's the animation.
It is pretty. Spot
Dude, that
on,
doesn't
I
look
think.
bad at all.
It's not too bad.
Yeah,
We
it's
haven't
not
started
horrible.
moving yet.
It's not
Granted.
bad. Again.
I hate it.
Oh no!
Because
That
I'm
dude
a
looks
fan,
fine.
though.
You guys don't know what you're talking about.
The massage chair and shit.
Massage?
Oh,
That looks,
God.
that looks pretty fire.
Massage chair. He thinks that there's a bunch of tiny bunch of servants just doing massage chairs.
No way.
They shrink down people just to turn them into slaves.
if
That's
you were
fucked up.
Roman, you know that
So
makes
he brings
sense.
This idea of massage chairs back, where he just gets like 4 or 5 slaves to
Just massaging you? That
Yeah.
sounds
Massage chair.
awesome.
It's like
Oh,
two in the
wow.
back, one's underneath, like massaging his legs, and there's two doing the guy's arm. And he's like, "This
like,
is
his
luxury."
arms and one's doing his back. It's so funny.
I'm gonna watch this so bad.
It's a funny show. I said it's not one of those shows you're like, this is the best show I've seen in my life. You're like, I was entertained.
This might be the best show I've ever seen.
Damn.
This might fit all of the things I want in a show.
Damn, that's
Isekai,
crazy.
Rome.
Well, I guess it is an
everything
isekai.
I like in one.
This is the best isekai.
Pixelated dicks.
Pixelated Dicks, my favorite.
Let's talk about another
Chef's
show. We're like
kiss.
10 minutes in on like one show.
So, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Forrest already know what I've done. I saw there wasn't a lot of good shows, or at least shows I wanted to watch this season. So I powerhoused all of JoJo basically.
Oh.
So I didn't watch.
He watched
anything.
everything except for the Italian arc. That
I'm
he's
like
halfway through.
30
What?
episodes into the
Works
part
great.
5. I'm 30 episodes
Golden
into part
Wind.
5. It's golden wind.
What's that? I'm like 2 episodes in. I'm like, I'll get to it after I catch up.
Dude, have
You guys haven't started part 6 either, right?
No, I haven't
No.
started part 6. I
part
plan on
6.
doing it next week.
Oof.
I'm gonna wait until that one's a little closer.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, to the
To the next core.
Yeah, 'cause I almost want to
Oh,
watch.
to the next, yeah, to
Are
the
all
they
of it.
next
releasing?
bit.
It's gonna probably be
It's
more
end of
than
this year, I think.
I think it's gonna be more than 2 parts. You think it's gonna be? I think from what I heard,
gonna be 3
pretty.
parts.
It's gonna be.
Oh, it's gonna
three,
be
it's
3.
gonna be
Oh,
long.
fuck.
It's gonna at least be
Is-
into the 30s, probably 39.
39
It's gonna be at least
episodes?
3
Yeah.
parts. Yeah, it's gonna be 39.
All JoJo's are like, I think
They're
besides
long as
like
shit.
part 1, they're all like 48 to 39 episodes.
You're watching this
Yeah.
shit. You're like, hey, long show. I'm gonna watch
Dude,
JoJo.
it's the greatest shit ever. Part 5, it's like the most like batshit insane shit I've ever
I
seen.
love part 5.
The
Like, I-
dichotomy of man, Bob. The dichotomy of man.
I thought like
love
part
part
3 was like absolutely insane, and then part 5, holy shit.
This
It's
is
like,
another show I can binge because I can watch it fast.
Dude,
It's-
I know. Big brain.
Oh, you don't want to watch it fast. You want to enjoy the JoJo's.
I just love like the 80s.
I'm
band
enjoying
names.
it, but
It's
there's
just,
also
the
like
dumbest
200
shit ever.
episodes, and I don't have
the
that time.
theme or whatever. Like the,
It's literally every stand is named after a band.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah, I
hear
recommend-
like someone saying a really bad accent, like the Grateful Dead.
Watch like season 1.
they get away with the copyright stuff, like being like "Dead of Grateful" or something like that. It's,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
try to
yeah.
they try to skirt the lines a little bit.
And then the fucking captions are just completely different.
Well, yeah.
They're just like it's just not even the same word.
Yeah, like Bad
Yeah.
Companies, like Worst Company.
Yeah, they did the
It's
bootleg
like, cool.
version.
but like it's like the great value, but like
You know what they're
You know what's
talking
supposed
about.
to be? It's like semi-cold ranch,
yeah.
something like that,
Mm-hmm.
instead of Cool Ranch.
or like icy vanilla or something.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's like they
Shit.
go through like he does it like based on when he's writing it or not when like the time period.
Yeah.
So when Vanilla Ice is popular in the 80s, he has when the 80s part is in, those are the stands that come in. I think.
Really? I forgot. It's also been going for like 40 fucking years.
Yeah.
Not long enough.
Like I think part 5 takes place in 2002.
I believe so. I'm trying to
It's
remember.
because part
Yeah, I think
4
part 5
takes
2002 or 90s. I forget.
yeah. Part 2 is 1999, and then the terrible kid from part 3, the terrible fucking reverb man.
Yeah.
He says it's 2 years after
Yeah.
Yeah.
part
so,
4.
So part 4 is 1999, and then part 4 is 1999. Part 5 is 2001.
Okay, 2001.
Yeah.
So they all have cell phones now. Is basically. I mean, yeah.
It's the future.
I
Yeah.
I don't know when part 6 takes place. I'm guessing it's a few years after.
I
I
Probably
think
around
it's like
now.
2005 or something like that.
2005.
Huh. I can't wait until they
Oh,
catch
wow,
up.
2011.
2011.
11? Holy shit.
'Cause,
Okay.
yeah, Jolene is like a teenager in that. Yeah.
That's
I
weird to
was
think.
like,
She's your age now. She'd be your age. If you're a teenager, were you a teenager in 2011?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Dude, she's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you. You could have a stand.
Who says I don't? You ever see me pose in the background when I'm
I
cooking?
guess I couldn't see a stand because I don't have a stand.
Okay, no, she's 19 in Stone Ocean.
Oh.
So,
Oh, so
Still a
she's
teenager.
older.
That's still a teenager technically.
Oh, wait.
yeah.
No, I'd be 17?
Dude, you could have
Yeah.
a stand.
I
Dude,
do.
if
I told
I
you.
would want any stand. I'd take any.
Babies have stands.
That's
in
true.
JoJo's.
I guess
Man,
you just gotta
dogs
get.
have
Teenager to have a stand.
I guess you just got someone's got to stab you with an arrow.
Or you're
Yeah,
born with it
basically.
in the future.
Anyone, I guess, as long as you're worthy.
It's so
Yeah.
stupid.
It's great. I like dogs.
No dogs
Cats.
have 'em.
Yeah, I'll say dogs,
Birds.
have
Cat.
stands,
That
rats.
one
Doesn't
cat had a.
matter. I'm like, doesn't matter how
The cat
old you
rat did
are.
have a.
I want to have a stand.
I like the cat when the cat died and the cat still had a stand, and then the cat
Oh,
turned into a
freaking
cat
the
flower
cat.
that could shoot supersonic air. And then the dude put the cat in his chest, but the chest of his stand, who's also a cat,
You're not wrong.
who's Killer Queen is the name of the stand.
Yeah.
And then you could put the stand inside people, and then when
Okay.
people, yeah, it's
I'm gonna have to
awful.
stop you because
It's so good.
I understand we're not doing a JoJo episode.
well,
this one.
That's what I
We need to
watched
stop
this
because
season.
I'm going to start talking about JoJo's too.
No, no,
Dude,
that's the issue.
Every time we talk about JoJo, I'm like, what the fuck is this show?
Okay. I just
I want
wanted
to do a JoJo
That's
podcast.
exactly what it is.
I'm not
dude.
gonna talk a whole lot because I've only watched like 3 shows
That's
this season.
fine.
I just wanted to talk a little.
Okay.
That I'm done.
I could just keep. I could just talk since I've watched like 20 or whatnot.
Okay, start with wherever you want.
Attack on Titan. That's the first thing I see.
Dude, I just watched
Oh,
it today.
It's way better than the first part. The first part I was really not digging in the final season. The second part is hype. Holy crap!
Think about
After I
Israel
figured out
hype.
the CG.
After get past the CG, is like, you know what? The story is nice.
Is it CG fight scenes or is it just CG like?
The fight
Like
scenes,
the CG
that Titans are CG.
Ah, okay.
Everything else is anime.
Okay.
Like, I guess
Like
2D.
Hand
Yeah.
drawn.
My
Yeah,
worry is
But,
like,
the first
go ahead.
the first part was really rough with the CG. The second part they finally figured it out.
See, but the first part had the most Titan fights, so
Yeah.
That's rough.
The second part has some pretty good Titan fights or Titan moments.
like a couple. Oh yeah, like the very first part of the second part, I think.
Yeah, even near the end too,
Near
where
the
they're all going crazy at the very end of the boat at the harbor.
Dude, I'm so hyped for the final season of
Yeah,
Attack on
part
Titan.
3 at the final season.
Next year.
God.
Is it finally over?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I
next
doubt
year
it.
Again.
Dude, I swear to God,
Accidental.
they might. Are they gonna change the ending on the anime?
Who knows? I don't know. I haven't heard the ending. What the ending is? I just know it
I
caused
don't know.
controversy.
I know. Yeah.
You
that's
haven't
all I
read
know.
it, bro.
I haven't read it. I'm
Just say it
keeping
out loud.
myself.
No, I won't.
I think I saw the last page.
I've seen
and
the last.
I've
page.
I've watched the first season of Attack on Titan, and I'm like, how'd they get here? It's the only thing I thought.
I've
I'm
seen
like,
the. I saw the first 2 seasons, and then I've seen like spoilers and manga chapters. And I
Yeah.
saw the last of it. I'm like, oh, okay, interesting.
I muted it. I muted the word Attack on Titan on my Twitter, basically.
See, that's a
That's
smart idea.
That's smart. That's smart.
I'm
That's
gonna
probably really smart.
I'm gonna
I'm
add
very
you,
smart.
but I'm gonna add you with a different name. It's gonna be Titan on Attack.
For you.
I don't know.
Start texting him the
Yeah.
manga
Look,
There
pages.
you go,
I'm very
Mike.
good at avoiding spoilers if I want to. I've been waiting for the Bleach ending for 10 years, so
this guy.
You're never gonna get.
You'll
that.
get it
Forgot to
eventually.
Bring it back, Bleach.
No,
I'm
they're gonna
getting
get
it
Attack.
now.
He's gonna get Attack on Titan ending before he'll get Bleach, and
Yeah,
then maybe
yeah.
even Demon Slayer.
I still haven't
You're
heard
right,
Demon
holy shit.
Slayers.
Yeah, probably.
yeah.
But-
Not Demon Slayer. I think Bleach will end like near the end of next year.
You think so?
Yeah, because I think they'll just they'll just use that arc and just run it until. Like, it's not they don't have to catch up on anything. They just have to make it.
You just
gotta
have
finish
to
it.
pass the
They
line.
just gotta finish it. They have the arc. It's all there. They just gotta finish it.
See, I was surprised when Attack on Titan announced the 3rd arc of the final season.
I thought it was gonna be a movie. I thought we were gonna get a
I thought it
movie.
was
That's
going to be a movie. I think everyone thought it was going to be a movie.
They're like, we can cash grab this.
What would you guys have preferred?
I would prefer this.
I prefer 3 ovas.
No,
Real.
we don't need this OVA shit again.
I need
God.
3 long hour episodes.
No. No, just give
And then
me,
they
just
can-
give me the parts.
They can smash into a movie after they make it.
Yeah, that's like
The
20
last
hours
part
long.
is so hyped though. Not gonna spoil it, but it's real hyped.
You're gonna see so much of it then. If it's gonna be like, was it 12 episodes? Is it gonna be 24
Probably.
episodes?
It's
That'd
like
be crazy.
no,
It's
it's like
24.
the
Holy shit.
last part.
We're gonna
It just
have part 4
has
now.
to be a
Is that what's gonna happen?
masterful animation.
It's like the last battle is gonna be its own season.
I can
Yeah.
see that.
That's
It's
what I
pretty
said. I could
much-
see like them doing a movie at the very end, like part 3 of that movie. But I don't know. I haven't seen any of the material.
I hope
so
that
I can't say.
they take money from Jujutsu Kaisen to put it.
That's what their Jujutsu
Because
Kaisen money.
it has to look amazing. Because if it doesn't, I'm gonna be pissed.
CG Titans.
Yeah, they're like, oh shit, we ran out of money. Just stick figures.
CG
anything.
Levi, fuck it, we'll just CGI everyone. It's fine.
No.
We'll mocap it.
It'll look like the Avas in the 4th movie.
Yeah.
Shit.
It'll be like a bathhouse. It'll be all
Yeah,
all
it'll just be the bathhouse.
CGI.
But no, I really enjoyed Attack on Titan this season.
Yeah, it was really good. I was getting a little worried, but this season really brought my faith back up.
It wasn't well, like the first part, it was very like cliffhangery, and then the second half of this season was kind of like all more exposition, more into their background and understanding the characters, which was really nice.
Yeah, I think just last season was just a slap to the face of what the heck was going on too.
Yeah.
It was just hard to digest, and I think after digesting it, I'm like, you know what? I like the first season or the first part a little bit better compared to how I first felt.
Yeah, because at first you're like, yeah, fuck these people, but then after watching this, you're like, no, I get it. No, I get it.
I get it now.
I get it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have an important question for both of you.
Yes.
I was like, both of us. There's four
since-
people here. You can't use the word both here.
Just both of you. You'll figure it out.
The only ones that watched it.
Yes.
Oh, that's true, I guess.
the 2 Attack on Titan people. Is this better? Do you think this will be better than Demon Slayer? Was this season better than Demon Slayer season?
I say they're good for different reasons.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan's a very good like drama show.
I like the story better.
I like the story better on Attack on Titan. I like the intensity I get from Attack on Titan. While Demon Slayer, I just enjoy the shonenness.
Yeah, better fights. Yeah, better fights.
Like,
and better animation. But I like the story for Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I'm currently liking the story of Attack on Titan much better than Demon Slayer. But again, it's just like you guys already had your Demon Slayer episode. But my whole thing about Demon Slayer is I love the most recent season. It's just very much shonen. Go past my limits.
It's Dragon Ball every
Bullshit.
episode.
Yeah.
The fight scene will never end, but it's god tier.
Yeah, we're going into another training arc.
Is there going to be another training arc?
Yeah,
We
It's
are.
another training
Yep.
arc,
Shit.
yes.
Always.
that's the next
Is it a
season.
season or a movie?
It's a season.
It's a season.
Season.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an
It's
arc,
going to
I
be the whole
guess.
season too.
Oof. The whole
That's what I
season?
heard too. Yeah.
They're not going to fucking just speed walk it?
Dude, nah, dude. Infinity Castle is going to be its own thing.
Yeah. From what I saw in the chapter, I only seen like how many chapters there are, and I'm like, okay, there's going to be one season of training, and we're going to have a whole other 2 seasons of the arc.
Dude,
of the
I
arc.
saw on Twitter people were like, Infinity Castle is the best arc on Demon Slayer. I was like, bro, that's a hot take.
I don't know anything
mean-
about that either, but
I don't know anything either.
I've heard mixed things too on that.
It's a hot take. That's all I'm going to say.
Damn.
This train arc's the best, right?
It's
Right.
a good arc.
What, the train arc?
The train was the monster
we're not-
the
we're-
entire time.
we're
It
not-
blows my mind whenever I think about it.
Stop it. Get me out of this.
Anyway, Demon Slayer was really good this
See
season.
this.
That was this season, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was really good.
Did you watch Demon Slayer?
I watched
season?
Demon
Of
Slayer.
course he did.
Demon Slayer was this season?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It-
I
it ended
I watched
halfway
it.
It
through.
was like half last season, half this season.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess yeah. If you count that, then I've watched
Because that's
a
why
couple
we
more
had like a
shows.
weird podcast on it, like in the middle, because it like ended, and then we had like 6 more episodes of other shit.
Yeah. I
Oh,
like-
that's right.
I like Demon Slayer.
Check out our Demon Slayer episode.
Very good.
He's not going to link it,
Yep.
but it's somewhere.
I'll link it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, that's why I'm not going to talk too much about it. It was fun. Great animation. Some bullshit stuff that happens in it, but whatever. It's a shonen show.
Big Titty
Yeah, I
Nezuko.
mean,
That was
you don't
weird
think
as
about
hell.
it too hard.
The Big Titty Nezuko? Yeah.
Zooms in.
Yeah.
It was the perfect. The cameraman knew what he was doing. Imagine the
That
artist who's
camera.
Yeah,
like,
they sent.
he's like, "What am I doing?" You know what you're doing. He's like, "Fuck yeah!"
Okay, you're in a meeting and they're like, okay, you get this time frame. You get this time frame. We're like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do.
What's the storyboard look like? You
Just
know how like
tits.
hands up is like. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
I want to be the storyboard
Speaking
guy
of
for that.
camera angles,
Angles, dude. Did you see my darling?
Your darling?
Yeah.
Darling in
My
the
dress up
Franks.
darling?
Yeah.
No,
Just, they brought back a second
My
season
dress
of
up
Darling
Darling
in the
in the
Franks.
Yeah, dude. They came back from space.
And was it
And
bad
they just-
still?
It was such a crazy,
Yeah.
turnaround.
It was just still bad. Okay, cool. Well,
The
good thing I
dinosaurs
didn't-
came back.
The dinosaurs
Shut the
came
fuck
back.
up. My dress up, darling.
Was it
You want to
still-
get a cosplay?
It's
for
not
some
real.
reason?
My dress up, darling.
My Dress Up Darling.
It's a pretty good show.
It's an amazing show.
Yeah.
Got
It was
you.
great.
Show
I-
show of the
It was
season.
a great
Yeah.
show.
I actually read all of the manga. Well, not all of it because it's still coming about. But I've like
You're
sped
caught
read it
up-ish.
like before 4 months before it came out.
Yeah.
Oh
Damn.
So
I
that was pretty
I
cool.
heard that on the part where he has to sleep over at her house. Is that
Right,
true?
right,
Oh my
right.
God.
No, don't spoil
Right.
shit. Shut up. Shut up.
Oh my god.
Twitter did this.
Shut up. I don't care.
They already
Alright.
had that weird scene with the Love Hotel. Oh my
That
god.
was great.
Dude, that scene was
God, I love
amazing. What do you mean?
I love that scene.
I screamed when that scene happened. I don't
Yo,
usually oddly say
same.
anything, but man, I like eat. I was like, oh
I
my
was just
god.
like, the fucking sexual tension is just palpable. Good.
Dude, I was
Oh, it's so awkward.
clenching.
There's like, oh, let's get this cool angle of it. And it's like you just hear. And I'm like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
And then he just grabs her. I'm like, bro.
Yeah,
I'm like, do it. Do it.
I like how the bed has like extra springs too.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god,
that's
Of
such a
course
good
it
show.
does.
amazing episode.
I'm not going to lie. Hot take. This might be my number
Yeah.
one show of all time.
Okay, cool.
Of all time,
Really,
time.
it's pretty
Dude,
good.
I wouldn't be mad.
This might be my number one new waifu, too. I'm not going to lie.
I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad.
Yeah, like
Like, I watched this, I'm like, holy shit. I didn't know they can make
the perfect
the
person.
perfect show, the perfect person.
Christina was my top waifu.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, from fucking
from
Science Gate.
But now
I forgot.
this girl is top waifu now of all
Dude,
time.
that's
Yeah.
a hot take right there.
Of all
dude.
time.
That's what I said, too.
Dude, I'm not sure if I could, dude.
You're gonna demote Luca.
I think that was like the first figure I bought was Luca.
Yeah.
It was like one of the first ones I bought.
I think
That's funny.
one of my other favorite parts of this show was when he was getting dressed up and she was like giving him outfits. And he's like the one guy's like, oh, he's so ugly. And you see her face. She's like, oh, she's going to think he's ugly. He's like, he's so hot. I love him no matter what he's wearing.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Oh
when
my
we were
God.
shopping.
Yeah.
Oh,
They did the
in
subtitles
love.
pretty good
he's in
too,
love.
because they kind of got like
This is so retarded.
they
Go
got
on,
like the
sorry.
tone of her voice, because she's like, oh, how the hell do you pronounce it, Garu?
Yeah.
So she's got like I guess they Americanized it where she says like totes and like
Yeah.
she the slang of
yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was nice because they did that in whoever was translating the manga. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And she's
That's
not
what Garu means. Is like
Well,
like
it's
a
you know with
the
the blonde
Garu's-
hair
yeah,
it's like
and
a
like the over exaggerated.
English.
No,
Yeah.
No,
that's- I guess. I mean they got like
I'll show you a picture of what
like
they
the
are.
long nails and the crazy outfits and the scrunchy socks.
Yeah, man.
Sounds porny.
It kind of is, and
It
it's
basically is.
Oh.
big PP energy. It's nice.
God.
Who's
I have
that
a quick question
side?
though about like I've been hearing this on Twitter or whatnot. Like the main guy, what's his name? Him being like a bland
Gojo.
character.
Gojo.
How do you guys?
Gojo?
Yeah, how do you guys feel about that?
I hate it.
I don't feel like he's that bland though.
I know.
I think he
know why
actually
people are
has
saying that.
substance.
How is he bland?
No,
I
he's
know.
not.
I don't get it.
He
He's
may be
like
a little
one of the least
vanilla.
bland-
That's different.
It's so funny to me too because I mean my dress up darling is written by a woman writer, right?
Yeah.
No.
and he's supposed to be like the ideal.
Ideal man.
Yeah, I mean think about it. He fucking cooks. He sews.
He does
Oh my God, you're
makeup. He cuts hair.
He
can't do
can
any
do
of those
makeup.
Am I bland?
What?
Am I bland?
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, moving on.
Like you're bland.
Like
All bland compared to
man,
him.
he's not like super aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Perfect
just-
dude, I guess.
I just
He's
like
very
I just been seeing,
docile.
like even videos about it of him being
Yeah,
bland.
yeah.
I'm like, what the heck? Like he's not that bland. He actually has a hobby compared to like freaking harem and like main characters.
Dude, he has a
like another
personality.
show we might talk about.
I don't even think I have
Yeah.
one of those.
You don't have a personality?
No.
You don't think so?
I just- play
No
Genshin all day, dude.
That's a personality.
Is that a personality?
Yeah.
That's a bad personality.
Dude, the dude draws dolls all day.
Yeah.
No, he makes dolls.
He makes.
dolls.
He can't draw on them yet because
Makes
he doesn't think
He's
he's good
learning.
enough.
He's learning.
Yeah.
But the way he
can't
was
do the
drawing like
faces.
the outfits, he would watch every show from
That was
scratch.
so
Plays
good.
the
when he was playing
Oh
the
my God.
fucking
The porn
hentai-
game.
yeah, the porn game,
Oh my
and he's
God.
just staring at it intently. And his grandpa walks, is like, "Why is he just staring at it?"
or when he drops
such
the
a serious
clothing.
My favorite is when he
Forgot about
finds
that part.
the dress or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck? Is he cross dressing or whatever?
Oh yeah.
I also do feel like the show also has like the background girls are also really good. Like it's not
yeah.
just like
Oh yeah.
There's only-
one good character.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this character is
There are scenes, too.
amazing.
That freaking bath scene.
Oh no! Oh no!
Which scene?
I remember.
Oh, with that other cross.
With the,
Oh, the girl cross.
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
cross
no,
dresses?
no.
the different ages.
The little
walks into
sister.
her-
Oh yeah.
the big
Yes,
little
yes, yes.
sister.
The big little sister.
Yeah.
The small
Dude,
girl.
Oh, the
I
big
She's
forgot
like
about that.
taking a
Yeah, I
bath or
forgot about
whatever.
that.
I think
Yeah.
I like yeeted out of that. I think I like closed out the entire thing. I'm like, wow, this is graphic. I don't remember this.
Dude, that's when Uncle Chad walks
Yeah,
in.
that's what I was waiting for. I'm like, Uncle Chad's gonna be like, I'm like, Uncle Chad, she looks like she's 12, but she's actually 16, which doesn't help.
She's the older one.
She's the older one, and her sister is 12, but she looks like she's 35. It's weird. I'll pack my stuff. I'm sorry.
I did like that meme where they clip that where you can see her legs through his eyes, right? And then
Yeah.
the neck
Oh,
the next
yeah.
square is
Oh my
Code
God.
Geass. Dude, that show's so funny.
Did anyone do the
Jesus.
when the big little sister put on his shirt?
Oh,
And I wonder if anyone did the
the-
Spider-Man meme where he's holding it together. That would have been great. If not, I don't know if it exists, but it should.
they should do it.
I do like how they go through
I
the
saw it.
It has to be that. I mean, it has to
full
be.
photo shoot where she has whatever that thing is to push her boobs in.
Oh, yeah,
and then
shit.
at the end it explodes.
What?
Like that chest binder or whatever.
Yeah, where I think they put like two on.
Where she
there or
finally
something.
cross dresses at the end with her sister and everything,
Yeah,
and
where
she
they
has
have that the boob container thing.
yeah, and then it
That's a
breaks.
wholesome episode.
That was good. And then her boobs, pop,
Ugh.
which is
They don't
she's
show
like
it.
12.
They don't show that one.
But my
Yeah.
favorite moment of the show is like when he explains it, like, oh, I only call certain things beautiful,
Oh, my
right?
God.
And then they're on the
Oh
train
my
and they're like, you're beautiful. I'm like, oh,
Why he's asleep.
Falls asleep. And she's like,
And
what?
then it does that at the end of the show.
Oh, when he's asleep and
Oh,
she
yeah.
says,
Oh, it's just like,
yeah.
oh.
I'm like,
That's
you
a
son of
good
a
part
bitch,
there.
you fell asleep.
That's a-
Fuck you.
that was like a great
show's
part
too
to end the
wholesome,
show.
man.
It was.
It's way
It
too
was.
wholesome.
It's too
I
wholesome and too
certify-
horny.
If I don't get season
Yes.
2, I'm just
Dude,
gonna
it's so good.
riot.
It's
I-
everything I like.
I certify this a easy 10.
Easy 11.
Easy
11?
10.
Yeah,
11.
easy.
11.
I will watch it again.
I'd watch it
You want to
again.
watch it right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Get out of here.
We'll just put it in the background.
It's
what
demonetized
else
for
did you
a
guys
lot
watch
of
this season?
reasons.
There's another show that's not as wholesome that I didn't watch, but I think someone else did. If they want
But
to
it's
talk about
very
it.
horny.
What
What
is it?
show is this?
Oh, is this? I
This
did
is the one harem
What
show.
we're doing, okay.
I
World's
Oh.
couldn't
End.
watch it. I couldn't.
Okay.
I couldn't continue with it. I couldn't. I just couldn't.
Dude, this show's a solid 5.
That sounds about right.
The story got a little bit interesting. I was very disappointed at the lack of horniness.
Was there
And
not?
at the
Lack of
later,
horniness.
the first half, I'm like, okay, it's getting somewhere, right? But then the second half, it wasn't horny enough.
Isn't
We're
this,
talking about World's End Park.
this is World's End here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Just make
Isn't-
sure we're all on the same page.
Isn't the plot like the dude's like the only dude alive, but he doesn't.
But
wanna-
it's not the only dude alive.
Oh, so there's
There's
multiple.
other one.
There's
but there's
other
like
ones.
It's like 0.99.9% of the
Yeah.
population is women.
Yeah, yeah,
so there's
yeah.
like 100 million men or some bullshit like that.
There's a lot of women.
There's a lot of women. So
Yeah.
this dude wants. So the plot is this dude's supposed to bang all these girls, but
Yeah.
he doesn't because there's
doesn't.
someone he loves.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
That
he's
dude
like,
fucked up.
instead of fucking everybody and procreating or whatever, he's like, I'm gonna find a cure to this disease.
What?
So we
You
can-
think you're gonna get a degree in fucking biology and fucking?
There's a
Cure
shit
the
ton of other
world.
There's a
people out
cure
there probably doing it.
It's a quest. It's a fetish
It's a quiz.
Wait, so there's already a cure that someone made and put it in like a goddamn dungeon?
No. There's because see the girl that he's infatuated with or whatever.
She made it? Please
No,
tell
no,
me.
no.
It's her fucking cells. And
She is also investigating how to create a vaccine, right? But she kind of disappears. And because they made a promise before he went into hypersleep, we're like, oh, we're going to find each other. We're going to be together, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, he's trying to look for her. And she kind of left a little bit of clues here and there. And he's like putting it together. I'm like, oh my God, she's not a bad person. Oh, I might know where she is. Oh, I may know where this virus came from. Oh, let's make this vaccine. So at the end, you find out that this woman's organization manufactured the virus to kill all men. So they could be like a utopia of women.
And they're like, oh shit, we can't make more women.
Well, another faction is like, hey, we should not do this. This is messed up.
This is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, and then there's another faction with the one girl that he likes, and they're labeled as terrorists.
Why?
Because they're a little extreme, right?
Trying to like bring back men aggressively.
Yes.
Like,
Because because there's some men in hypersleep, right? So they
they're
go
like-
and blow shit up, steal one of them, broadcast to the world like, hey, they're lying to you. Here's one man or whatever. You thought there was only one? There's many of them, but they're asleep.
Oh my God.
So did they bring this dude out and they're like, you gotta make as many women as you can, dude?
No,
Like, why does he get out of hypersleep?
So some of them get out of hypersleep and they're like, well, so now you're the only man here. You got to fuck. And he's like, okay, I'll do it. There's like 2 of them that did this.
Yeah,
And there's other like a
I've
little
only seen,
side
like, 3
stories.
episodes before I blinked.
Yeah.
There's
This
like
movie-
one
this
dude
show's-
who's just like constantly just
Yeah.
doing it with
This
everything he
season
wants to see.
didn't really wrap up anything. I thought I was waiting for episode 12.
Just stop.
And it only has 11.
It just stopped.
So kind of you got blue ball by the story. I'm
So-
like, I want to know what happens.
the show sounds like a hentai like concept
Well,
that falls
here's-
flat.
Yeah.
Here's my theme of the show. The reason I really can't get into it. You know what?
What?
They just blur out like the whole sex stuff. Like it's there, but it's like all pixelated. Like a glitch got into it.
What?
You ain't watching it in the
like-
right place.
You ain't watching the right place, bro.
I'm saying that. It's just like, okay, do I need my dick out or do I not need my dick out?
Am I supposed to jack off right now?
Because if you want my dick out, at least make it more, fun. But if you're not supposed to have my dick out, then why am I showing this on Crunchyroll?
Was your dick already out? Like this is like what
I don't know if I should be or not.
No,
This
this
is
is-
of the show.
This is where you have your zipper down and you're just like,
You're just waiting.
dude,
This
does
is what the
it want
zipper's
to come
for,
or
yes.
no?
Dude,
Do I
there-
want to be horny? Do I not want to be horny? Do
there's
I want
episodes
when I
where
watch
like,
this?
oh, for sure you get it out, right? But then there's other episodes where like, I pull it out for no reason. Like,
For no reason.
like nothing
Watch
happened.
shows like this? You guys just this is crazy. I didn't know you could.
Anyways, it's solid 5.
Oh my god. Okay, I just looked up a couple
God.
things. And
There's a good. I like the. It's like a side story with this nerd guy.
Oh,
I like his side
Does he-
story. He's like a fucking nerd. He gets bullied, but then he
comes back.
he awakens and he's the only guy in his
Swimming in it.
classroom and he's just swimming in it, bro. And he just embraces it. He's like, I'm gonna fuck my teacher. I'm gonna fuck these other 5 bitches. And then I'm gonna bully the girls that bullied me years
And then
ago.
I'm gonna fuck him,
No, he didn't fuck them.
Oh,
he bullied
okay,
them
that's
though.
good.
He bullied
That
the
would've
fuck
been
out of
weird.
them.
dude.
It was kind of like it was
This
like,
sounds
oh,
like a 10 out of 10. I don't know what your issue with it is.
I mean, it's
I've
only
gotta
11
leave.
episodes.
I
if you
guess
don't
yeah. They
watch
just
it.
like, dude, it was the ultimate blue balls. They blue balls you in the plot and in the entire show.
Yes.
And episode numbers.
Yeah. Solid 5.
This is
Solid 5.
cucking the show.
Not
This season,
not
I
enough
guess that
titties.
There's not much on this season.
Yeah, there's not a lot. I mean, there's a couple stuff on here that I read.
There's a lot.
Of course.
Some I'm not going to talk about after this. We need palate cleanser.
Do you want like a super wholesome sad one or do you want something different?
Okay, I'm just going to talk about. Did you guys watch the sailor uniform one? The other
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
watched.
love
I watched
that
at least.
show.
I watched at least
The hyper realism turned
three
me
or
off.
four.
I'm
They
like,
got
nah, I'm
hyper-
good.
Oh, when it gets like the super detailed
Dude, it's by
shots.
the
Yeah.
same. Was it Madhouse or no? Not Madhouse.
No, it's Clover.
It's Cloverworks.
Clover.
Clover
Yeah,
works
same
to dress
people
up
did
and
Darling.
Sailor.
But Darling is not super like
It doesn't matter.
detailed.
It's so good. Hey, Eddie, turn yourself down here, by the way.
It's pretty good.
Turn me
It's pretty
down a hair?
wholesome.
yes.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty
How dare
good.
you, Ed?
I saw like the
I
first
liked
2
it.
episodes.
Yeah, I watched like 3 or 4 episodes. I'll finish it. I
What
liked
show?
it. Yeah, the Sailor
I,
show.
couldn't, I couldn't get into it.
I
couldn't
love
get
this
into
show.
I
it
liked
either.
it. It was cute.
This is like an 8 for me.
Is
Like-
it cute girls doing cute things?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
it's
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I
Basically.
And it's
finished
got the
it.
Yuri. It's got like a Yuri touch to it because it's an all-girls school.
Yeah.
First episode, this girl smells her feet.
Yeah, and then she
forgot
smells.
about
Yeah, that was good.
I remember
that
that.
was good.
But
Like the second
those
episode,
two.
she gives like a suggestive shot to her and everything.
Oh, that was a different girl. But
Did
yeah,
they get together though?
no, of course not.
So they're not. It's not true Yuri.
No, of course not.
know.
It's just.
but
A,
it was
it's just a tease.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude,
It's
that's
like,
how they
oh,
get
you're
people.
good at taking pictures. You're really cute. You should take pictures of yourself. And she was like, oh, I guess I should on my bed like this. Oops, I forgot to set. I set it up by accident.
And she sent it by accident. Yeah.
Okay.
Look how cute I am, almost out of my uniform on my bed. Oops, I pushed the send button to another
I'm
girl.
gonna put it as the thumbnail.
No. But everything else in this show is pretty cute because it's basically like a girl that comes from, middle of nowhere town that finally goes to a school.
So she's like a hillbilly of
Yeah.
Japan.
Yes.
Sure.
Basically, yeah.
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 She's like straight up in like.
And she always wanted to wear a sailor suit, and then she finds out that everyone wears like suits,
Suits, yeah.
with a suit
Yeah,
tie.
she wants to go to a certain school because her mom wore a sailor suit outfit, and that was the uniform then.
Yeah.
So
But
she's
they
the only
didn't
one
know
that's.
they changed it.
Because she makes her
They
mother
also
makes
made
her own,
the whole. Is
like
that
both of them.
is that
I have
how
no
they
clue.
do?
I said that.
No.
No, dude, they don't make uniform. I don't think that they make uniforms.
Maybe
anymore.
unless they're
There's
too poor.
uniform stores and you buy them.
Yeah, but
This
maybe they're
lady
just too
made them.
poor and they
That
couldn't.
works.
That's the only thing I could understand. from
Dude, if
it.
it was Japan and then a kid shows up like, my mom made my uniform, they're like, nah, fuck you, go buy one. This is not approved by the
Yeah.
school board.
So, yeah.
See the stitching on it? It's not the same. Get out of here.
But yeah, the principal's like, "Yeah, you're fine." And
Yeah,
everyone-
she's like, yeah, we had him at one point back in 1872.
Yeah. In episode 2, I was like, "Oh man, they're gonna shit on her for having the
I
weird
thought
suit."
they
And
were
they're
going
like,
to do that also.
No.
They're
yeah,
too
but they're all
wholesome.
like, "Oh, that's cute. I wish I could wear that."
You could.
What?
And there's a lot of times where people are taking off their shirts
Yeah.
constantly.
This is weird as hell. I don't know. I don't.
I went to a school uniform for many years,
Same.
so I know for a
Same.
fact if there's someone else with a different uniform, you shit on them immediately.
Wait, did you ever
Yeah,
take off your
you
shirts
get
though?
bullied if you have a
Jared?
different
No.
uniform.
Oh.
You get beaten up.
I took off my sweater.
See, ours was
different.
almost the opposite because we had like shitty uniforms and we were able to wear like shirts. we were like, yeah, fuck you people. Look, you dumbasses wearing the uniform. It
That's funny.
was like the opposite. It was so much
Wow.
different.
I never had
Yeah,
uniforms.
no, it's not real. It's not realism.
I just
Nah,
wore-
it's real life,
So you're
man.
the only one that finished it. You finished it?
no,
Yeah, you
I
finished
got
it too,
a
right?
couple episodes.
finished
in.
it.
I thought it was good.
You
How do
finished
feel
it?
about Ed?
It was alright.
The only
Yeah.
show he watched.
One of them, really. Like the animation, that last episode, I was like,
looks good.
holy fuck.
It looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the gif of the last episode when she's like
Dude, when
jumping
she's
around after school.
dancing at
Yeah.
the last episode, they're like, this show I feel like they got like Darling and they're like, okay, we're making good money from it. We'll jam all the animation like
Like they made
realism
this in, like,
into
a
this
week.
show. And they're like, we'll just put all the money into it and they're just throwing it on the fire like, fuck yeah, here we go.
Didn't they make like a bunch of shows this season?
Cloverworks?
Yeah,
I only saw
Cloverworks.
They only made
two.
2.
They only made
Yeah.
2. I thought they made like
Yeah,
more than 2.
or they only made 2. I thought it was only Dress Up and Sailor.
Yeah, it was only these two.
Okay,
Yeah.
I believe you guys more than I believe myself.
Oh yeah, well, the issue is they were like a small company, so they have a lot of big things under their name. So I don't know what they've
Yeah.
done normally. Well, they're doing Spy X Family.
Oh, they're doing
Yeah,
that.
so they got Spy and Wit.
Oh, that's with Wit.
Them are doing
Yeah.
Spy It. Yeah.
So they're
Cloverworks is working like Cloverworks either does a lot of solo projects like this or they do collaborations, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
That's kind of their thing.
It's a lot of big shows under their name, but it's all like their secondary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cloverworks can either make some cool looking stuff and some cool shows, or some just god awful stuff that's no bueno. Rip freaking what's it called? Children's show that were getting eaten.
Oh,
Forgot the
fucking
name of.
Neverland. Promise Neverland.
Promise Neverland.
Promise
Did they do
Neverland. That was
Promise
bad.
Neverland?
Yeah, they did
Yeah.
Promise.
Yeah, they did Promise Neverland.
Ugh.
They did Wonder Egg Party and Promise Neverland.
Here, I'll
Two
tell
shows
you
that
if they were
had
like
far-
the main or
I
not.
never watched.
Never forget.
I
Never
never
forget.
watched the end of Wonder Egg Priority.
Don't.
It was not
No,
good.
yeah, it's just Cloverworks
Not
by
even
themselves,
worth.
yeah.
It was like, was it an hour long? Sidetrack.
Oh, they did horror.
I don't think so.
It was just a
don't
normal
even think-
episode.
Yeah.
I think it was like,
Fuck.
yeah,
It was just,
Took
it was
like
just delayed.
4 months to do it.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
They're just a coin flip. It seems like what they get for
yeah,
the show.
It's honestly a coin flip.
Wonder Egg Priority, it kind of got bad.
Shaman King's still going. They're on the last like 3 episodes.
Finally.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
On, like episode 49 out of
Shaman.
Maybe I'll
52.
watch it when it's finished.
So I think episode 50 aired this week. I haven't seen it because I'm a little behind. But it's really good. Almost done.
Buy our stickers in the store.
Oh, right.
Can you say you have
I can
shaman
do a
stickers?
Quick rundown of all the freaking isekais I've watched.
I do it.
Go ahead.
Which ones did you watch?
Your tour from a common place to world's what's it called? World's greatest or something. World's strongest, season 2.
I'm trying to remember what that was.
Season
Edgy
2.
Edgy boy eats monsters, turns into edgy boy, finds a vampire lolly.
Oh, Our
yeah.
Factoria.
That
Oh,
Yeah,
I know that
thank you.
one. That's
Yeah, season 2's out.
You watched that?
I watched the first season.
What?
I heard the first season of that was garbage.
It was bad as hell. It was probably one of the worst
I
things I've ever
loved the
watched.
first season.
What?
Garbage.
Dude, when he was riding around in the Hummer in like a medieval world, and he's
loved
using
it.
his sniper rifle, I'm like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
This
This is the edgiest shit I've ever seen.
You know, it's so funny too, because the author of the light novels and like the afterwards is always like, oh, you know, it's your favorite fucking Chuny light novel like author here, to see you guys again, because it's like the chuniest fucking shit.
Yeah, it is.
I love Chuny shit.
Dude, you love this show.
amazing.
No.
There's
The
also.
first season was amazing for me.
Did you? I don't even
That's
know.
when
if that-
that's when I read for a good bit too. It's almost done, I think.
Yeah, like I didn't like the second season as much because I think the Edge Lord has worn off on me.
Yeah.
I think the shock factor of this dude rolling in a Hummer in a freaking fantasy land, getting all these waifus,
Pulling
is just
out
kind of like-
bazookas and shit.
yeah, I'm like, okay, you know what?
He's got
Your
a
shock
robot
value. I don't need to watch this third season.
There's a bunny girl too, and she's like super
Yeah,
horny.
oh god, the bunny
She's
girl.
still horny
The
in the
fir-
second season.
So this is a great show if you're a
Yeah.
teenager.
Dude, if
There's a.
I feel like that's what all these shows are.
Who's
No, she's
freaking
darkness.
horny as fuck.
Oh yeah.
but yeah, she's like what do you call it? Where you like it
She's
when
like a
people-
masochist.
Masochist.
Oh my god, it's. You know what kind of show you're getting into, but
Well, I mean, they introduce her by like sticking a pile driver like up her ass.
Oh
So
yeah,
you-
you're right.
She's a dragon though when she's doing this, and then she turns into a hot lady.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, they shove
sounds
something up
worse
her
than
ass.
we show.
ridiculous man, this show.
It
It's
was
so
such
edge.
a long scene.
Wow.
So edge. I loved the first season because it was so edgy. This one was like, you know what? I don't need to watch it anymore. I got my
show.
fill. I don't need to watch this edgelord shit anymore.
That was my issue reading it. That's why I stopped. I'm like, I can't anymore.
I'd jump
The
out
shock
of there
value
from
ended.
cringe.
The shock value
Put
ended
me
for
in the
me.
same room as it. I'd have to. I couldn't do it.
Uncle Chad walks in and like,
I would rather explain that than whatever the fuck we were talking about last time. Fucking dress up, darling. Yeah, I could at least explain that.
Could you?
Like
Would
the
you want
vampire
to?
lolly, I couldn't explain. I could
Yeah.
probably explain the bunny girl because like she's a bunny. Bunnies are horny. Makes sense.
Conrad, if this ever happens where Uncle Chad just walks into an awkward scene, you have to record it.
Connor, you don't want to see that because you'll see me murder myself. I'll just jump out the nearest window and try to break my neck.
Put it on LiveWire.
Yeah.
Another show, life as an ordinary guy who reincarnated as a total fantasy knockout.
God.
That sounds like our podcast.
Dude,
That fucking show's hilarious.
I
generic
love this
thing
show,
ever.
man. I watched this show and I loved it.
It's on.
It's hilarious.
It
Is
is
it on
really
Crunchy
funny.
or
Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll.
It's on Crunchyroll.
It's
Yeah.
like, so the premise is like there's these two office guys, right?
In their 30s.
In their 30s, and one of them's obviously gay for the other one.
Oh.
And so they get reincarnated, and the dude gets reincarnated as a chick because they piss off some god.
Piss off the love god.
And the whole show, I don't know. The whole show is like them trying not to bang each other. It's great. It's a hilarious show.
Because the guy that got turned into a girl got like cursed by the love goddess that everyone will love her/him, and they'll do whatever they want for them, basically. And that's
Oh
his
my
power.
God.
That's his isekai power to defeat the demon lord. And his
Is to
friend
fuck
is like
him?
all powerful and all strength. It's,
Oh my
it's so
God.
funny, man. It's such
Just a
funny
fucking
show.
hilarious show. It's just
Yeah.
it's so out there.
Sounds like a
love it.
Bob's Alley.
I must be watch it.
Please watch it,
1.25
try it out,
Yeah.
It's
honestly.
so funny.
And like the ending message is actually kind of cute because it's like, you know what? If you like your bro, tell them that they're cute. Tell them they're, a good person. Don't be pussyfooting around it.
Just suck his dick,
isn't
it's
gay.
fine.
It isn't gay if you want to say your bro's cool.
it's just a little homosexual. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Homosexual.
Do you got socks on?
Homosexual relationships
Halfway?
are okay.
It's not. It might be a little gay if you have your socks halfway on. Pull those things up, sir.
Anyway. What else you
Then,
got?
like, I think the
What else did you watch?
last isekai I fully watched was In the Land of Liddell.
Oh, okay.
It looks shitty. Was it shitty?
Yeah.
I liked it.
I mean, I didn't start it. I didn't even want to start reading it, so that tells you that.
I was saying, I'm like, I'm happy Eddie
it's like
reads
a-
all this garbage.
What's the word I'm looking for? What's the female, like, not shoujo? Is that shoujo I'm thinking of?
Yeah, shoujo is like for girls.
Email, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a shoujo-ish show, which I can enjoy somewhat. It's all right. I liked it. It's cute. Basically, all-powerful protagonist does all-powerful stuff, and people react to her doing all-powerful things.
Except it's a chick.
Except it's a chick.
That's how
So
that
not
makes
all
sense?
the guys are fawning over her. It's cute. It's a cute show. It's very much in the style of like Adolescence of a Bookworm.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
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 Ascendants
very
of
Also coming out again.
Ascendance of a Bookworm.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's very much in that kind of style. That's so cute show. I liked it.
Did anybody watch
Okay.
the mushroom show?
Oh,
Yes.
the one. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
what you're
dear
talking about.
God, no. Don't remind me of that show. Man.
Is it bad?
I dropped it, so I thought it was bad.
The problem is with it should have been like 24 episodes. It's
Oh.
24
concepts.
episodes?
No, it should have been. It should have
Oh,
been.
Oh yeah, true.
Because they try to pack a lot of cool ideas in there, but make it very quick,
uh-huh.
which sucks. It had a lot of promise. That's why I'm so upset about it. It had a lot of cool promises, like cool plot threads they never continued on, cool ideas, cool fight scenes. It's just they never really
Is that
expanded
the
on it.
is that the show with like the debate kiss?
I think so.
Yeah,
think so.
Where he pulls it out of
Where
her
the-
mouth or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like
Okay, so
looking
is
for it
that-
on here. But I don't see it.
That's,
It's a fun show. I
it's
enjoyed
that one.
parts of
Okay.
it, but like the whole overall idea of it was just like, okay.
is it
Yeah.
an original or is it based
It
off
might
of something?
be. Let me see.
I should tell you
No,
on here.
it's a light novel.
It's a light novel. That might explain why it has the loose threads, is because it just trying to
Yeah.
shoehorn in a plot into 12 episodes, but it might actually lead somewhere.
What was
Yeah,
that?
like I said, it was interesting. There's a lot of stuff that they kind of left and like out in the open, and I'm like, okay, we're not going to circle back to this person's backstory that they hinted at. Whatever. Okay.
I watched Futsal Live or something like that. Pretty ass. Watched like 3
What the fuck is
episodes.
that?
It's about futsal, like a soccer,
Oh,
Indoor soccer.
Indoor soccer.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I see.
I thought you said foot salt, and I'm like, what the fuck is foot salt?
Yeah, I
It's
heard
just
foot salt too. I'm like, foot
It's like
salt?
over the top, but with like shitty animation.
Shitty sports anime.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
Again.
I didn't finish it.
Ah, fucking A.
I watched. It was like Tokyo 24 something. I watched the first
haven't seen that.
episode. It was like an hour-long episode. I'm
Jesus,
like, wow,
really?
this is god awful.
No clue what
What
these
are you
are.
watching?
Where was this season? Let me find it.
It's
Can't even
still. I'm
find
just like
it.
I'm barely finding it.
Tokyo 24/7 coup.
That one, yeah. I watched
What
the
is
first
this?
episode, like an hour long, and it's awful.
Cloverworks also made this.
Oh, this show. Okay, I see. It's another
Oh, so
Cloverworks
this
show.
is 3 of them.
Cloverworks did 3 shows this season.
I
Wow,
thought,
okay.
yeah.
Here.
Did you watch that Madhouse one with the cops?
I tried.
I
Did
got
you?
to one episode. I'm like, this is so ass, but
Ooh.
it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's funny.
It's-
Is this
It's
supposed to be
alright.
funny?
It's a
Okay.
comedy.
It's a comedy.
It's basically this
Yeah.
girl detective becomes a normal cop because she got demoted for doing something. And now she has to like train this other girl from what I understand. But she's like over the top. It's like curses
strict.
a lot. It's for what the show is, it's probably pretty funny, but I just couldn't really get into it.
Yeah. That's kind of my sentiment too.
Looks
Wow.
okay. It doesn't look terrible.
It's not doesn't look horrible.
It's not bad. It's just I think it's only for people that like that kind of comedy.
Yeah.
It's a very like dry, like it's very dry and very
Yeah.
not like expressionless. Like for example,
Deadpan?
like Konosuba, the comedy's very like the lines hit. Everyone's very expressionable, like very expressions. This one's just very
Everything's flat.
Yeah.
flat faced, if you could say.
Whoa! We already talked about that in the beginning.
Get me canceled just because of the Roman thing.
Oh, speaking of Netflix, though, did you watch Kotaru?
Kotaro Lives Alone.
I was going to probably stop with that show. Yeah, that
Oh.
show.
Oh wait,
my
let's
God.
talk. Let's talk about
it
last.
at the end, then.
I did try to watch the one where like the two assassins kind of fall in love. That's pretty shit.
Yeah, I couldn't get into that. I saw the
No.
first episode. I'm like, this is kind of rapey.
Yeah, that's the same vibe it gave me. Yeah, I was like, yo, this is kind of sexist and rapey. I don't like it.
I started
You're gonna
watching.
You're going to
go ahead.
love me.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were
Okay.
telling me.
No, that's kind of there's a whole show like you're gonna do this or whatever.
You're,
Like,
you're going to
yeah.
fall in love with me. It's like,
Well, dude, leave her alone, dude. She just wants to be alone.
I started slow
He just
loop.
wants to be an assassin. Stop, like, you're pushing. It's
Yeah,
weird.
very pushy. I do want to
Very
shit on
weird.
a certain show this season.
What?
Oh boy,
Oh,
I was
you-
gonna wonder when you guys got to it.
I almost forgot. You know what
Which
show it
show?
is?
Is it the
Which-
show?
Which
It's
show we
the
left
show.
with? I don't even know at this point.
Do
It's-
Platinum End?
Oh, I totally forgot
It's
about this.
fucking
season.
platinum. It's
Oh my
I
goodness,
dude, I
holy
still
shit,
haven't
I forgot
finished.
about that show.
I know. I just saw it. I'm like, wait, I want to shit on this show.
Yeah,
I
dude.
have like
Ranking
2
Kings
more
also
shows to
ended
talk
awesome.
about.
Oh, right.
Yes, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about.
Should we talk about Platinum
Okay.
Men first? or-
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I haven't, dude. I had to wait until it was all over. I couldn't. I got to a certain point. I'm like, I have to watch this all in one go. I'm never gonna watch it.
Holy crap.
Oof.
Like-
yeah, I basically did the whole thing.
I got right to the scientist when he's like, I gotta kill them and kill
gotta
myself
kill
at
the
the same
creature.
Yeah. And he's like, if I kill myself and then within like 0.2 nanoseconds,
Yeah.
it won't
Chain
register.
first, God or humans.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I hated that shit.
And then
so
they're like, yeah, all right, let's make the kid God, but only if you tell me what came first, humans or God.
chicken or the egg?
Let's give the suicidal kid being God. Nothing bad will happen with that.
That was so fucked
guess
up.
what happened?
Carter, do you want
Everyone.
He
to know?
becomes God.
God.
You will close your
Okay.
Close your ears. Okay, we're gonna spoil it.
Let's-
This little kid becomes
Okay.
God, right? He's
Yeah.
suicidal.
Okay.
You know what he does when he becomes God?
He kills everyone.
He kills himself.
You could do that, I guess.
And because he
which
killed
kills
himself,
God- which kills everyone.
kills everyone.
You're fucking with me. That's the end.
You didn't see it?
No, I stopped watching it because it made me want to die.
So he kills himself.
Yeah. Well,
So that the one suicidal kid is the main character the one they made God?
No. The
It's not the
suicidal
main
little
character?
kid.
we're gonna back up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
How this show starts is basically almost a battle royale. They want to make this thing a battle royale show.
It's Future
Like
Diaries,
Grenade
but somehow
or,
worse.
Yeah, Future
Boom.
Diary, but just ridiculous and dumb. So they kill off the first guy, the main person in the first arc.
They obliterated
out-
the one guy. And then you find out
obliterated him.
he was being debated by
Yeah,
a
the
little kid.
the entire
The
time.
little kid found out he was him. It's just like shot him with a red arrow. And is like, oh, you're going to do whatever I say.
Oh, let's have fun. Let me show you my hiding
And then
place.
this little kid gets shot point blank
Dude, that
and
was so good.
dies. Oh.
Dude, I did like
So
it
they-
when.
so- So
Sorry.
they make it from a battle royale show to a philosophical show. That's what they try to do here, and it doesn't work.
Nope.
So I'm not gonna lie, when they killed Metropolitan Man, that is maybe one of the greatest things I've ever watched. I've never seen anyone I've never watched anyone die so hard in my entire life. I thought it'd be like the little kid, he gets shot once and like, oh, it's over, he's dead. They show this man getting shot for like 5 minutes, and he's getting lit by it's like some sort of LMG.
It's like
It's like
anti-aircraft.
Yeah, it's like a machine gun, but it shoots like fucking rounds.
50s
Yeah,
basically.
50 caliber round.
point blank.
And it's just this guy going. "Ugh." He's discount Master Chief at the time, which makes it even better.
Cancer master.
And he's dying of cancer currently. He's literally dying of cancer while he's shooting this.
My
gun.
favorite line is like, God, let me live a few more seconds so I can kill this man.
And it's like showing X-ray shots of him getting shot. It shows it going into like his liver, his heart.
And he's trying to fly at the speed of light, right?
Yeah,
But he doesn't
the
move.
whole reason
Someone's
of it,
holding
too.
him.
Yeah.
He's holding him. He's just fucking holding him.
So he's like vibrating at the speed of light, but still getting shot by the bullets like slowly.
Oh.
So he's just like suffering a lot.
It's so bad, dude. And he's also screaming the entire time.
Yeah.
From what I remember. So you're just here in the background.
So happy I didn't watch
Dude,
it.
it's so dude. The whole thing before it is so where
Oh
they're going in
my
a circle
God.
at the speed of light, because like he traps them in this round room,
That box.
and
thing
he's
was so
like,
ridiculous.
I'm gonna get
mirrors.
him. It's just mirrors. He's like, I'll see him in there, and I could kill him when I could see him. They're like, if we just fly at the speed, they're also holding 3 people. And they're flying at 2 people. Sorry, they're holding 2 people. This guy's wife and kid, and they're flying at the speed of
Like
light.
a room this big. They're just flying in circles.
Yeah.
For a whole day.
for like a whole day.
Like if they can't see us, they can't kill us.
And then they
like,
have like
That's true.
the handsomest man that used to be the ugliest man watching them,
Ugh.
and then he gets shot with like the fucking what is it,
love
red
arrow,
the love
yeah.
arrow.
Cat girl's arrow.
Yeah, cat. She's also a cat girl, but it's a
No,
mecha
they gave her
cat
like
girl.
a cat outfit because it's like, oh, the ears are like sensors and the tail is like your power strip and everything. It makes sense. It's all logical. It's practical.
Yeah, it was like it's like that's for thermal cooling.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like what? And so she's like doing like I don't even think she's trying to be cute. She's just standing there and she's like, that's the hottest girl I've ever seen. And then he
She
melts.
shoots him.
And then he dies.
Yeah, and he like
and he
melts.
sacrifices
That's
himself.
also yeah.
And then he
There's
dies
so
ugly.
much in this damn show. It's like I'm having a fever dream.
Yeah. It's a long fever dream.
Dude,
I-
it's so bad. He
I have
melted
multiple
so hard.
questions. First question.
Uh-huh.
Is this better Master Chief than what we're watching right now?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This dude actually
100%.
Yeah, dude, he's
don't get
family
to
man.
make it,
He also
though.
makes cosplays.
They
for
haven't
whatever
gotten that
reason.
far yet.
Oh,
And he has
you don't see
cancer.
his butt. They haven't gone and seen his National Cheese.
We
butt
were
yet,
going to
though.
watch
We're
that.
almost
Oh,
there.
we're almost there. We're halfway through that episode.
Alrighty, watch
Spoiled
it.
for you. I'm sorry.
Is it
Oh,
nice?
no, he did.
I did. I told him, I'm like, you gotta watch this episode.
We're watching
so
this
much
because of
garbage
Master
happens.
Chief's butt.
Wow.
Instead of Cortana's butt, we see Master Chief's butt. What a shame.
What a shame.
Garbage. Anyway.
But yeah, okay, at the
Whatever.
end,
Anyways,
explain when they introduced the professor.
oh god, like, so they're all looking for every other the god candidates and everything like that because like, oh, the kid just ousted all of us. He went on national TV and said, oh, we're all god candidates. There's a bunch of us out there. How about we all vote on each other instead of killing each other? Which is a good idea. Like, let's just vote. We don't have to kill each other. And then all the governments are like, ooh, we can make these our slaves and everything like that. We can
We're
make,
the
like,
ultimate assassin.
yeah, they're the ultimate
God himself.
assassins. we got all the edge of the ultimate assassin and everything like that. But these two rogue Japanese agents are like, oh, we don't want that for you kids. So we're going to help you do the whole God thing. All this roundabout stuff of getting another God candidate out of prison, and which was kind of interesting. But anyways, this girl that likes social media, they all kind of round up like, okay, we need the last one. Where's the last one? And it's this Nobel Prize winning dude who is
double Nobel Prize or something like that.
yeah,
He has a direct line
just
to
like who's like he tries to commit suicide because he can handle all the information and knowing a lot, I guess. And
No, he can't.
how
He can't
humans
handle
work.
like all the people or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, he can handle humanity. So
Dude, my favorite part is like they're like, we're gonna televise this like debate. This is why I want to become God type of shit, right? And the whole world's watching like, yeah, I want him to become God. No. This other guy should become God. I'm like, wow.
Oh my gosh.
it's just even like I said, when the professor comes in during that whole part, because he like, I won't show up unless you all tell me your plans to become God. And of course, it's the Bane basic boy of like, I'm going to do nothing. And he's like, okay, I'll show up and talk. It's
Only one thing I want to add. The professor also has the prime minister on speed dial.
He does.
oh yeah.
So he calls
yeah.
him up like right before. He's like, and the prime minister's like, "You seeing this shit? It's
I'm
fucking
going to shoot them.
yeah." And then he's like, "Yeah," and then he just shows up there. You didn't know he was a God candidate, I guess. Just shows.
No one
up.
did.
Yeah, no one
He's
did.
like, I'm God candidate. Hi, I hate God. I
And then
like
they-
science.
And then they
God isn't
murder
real.
God isn't
It
real.
got real. Yeah, that's
This
not
show
making
is
sense
so
in my
bad.
brain.
I'm like zoning out from what you guys
Dude,
are
it's-
saying.
I
It's-
know.
It looked. It
Dude,
I'm
was
just
that
like,
last
what are
five
they're saying
episodes
words that don't make
it's just
sense.
a fever dream. Anyway,
It really is.
he's just
Like,
trying.
It's an edgy fever dream, dude.
Yeah,
It really is.
the professor. He's just like, there's no God. Blah blah blah. We make up God because blah blah blah.
we
He
need
killed
God,
himself.
and
They all get upset and they're like, I got a big brain, so I'm gonna kill this other 3 people, and then me and you, we're gonna have to kill each other at the same time. So once we die,
because there's also the
There's
kid,
no
the
God.
suicidal kid, who's also a God candidate too.
yeah,
that kills his whole family.
Yeah,
using
that was
red
bad.
arrows
Holy
to
shit.
convince them to commit suicide. And he
I
finds
forgot about
out
that.
oh, not everyone wants to commit suicide.
There's
That's
people
weird.
who are happy. Who would have
There are
thought?
people. I know it's crazy.
Dude, it's so
Leave my
bad. I
brain
forgot
in
about
their
that.
house.
That was so bad.
Because that's who becomes the God candidate. It's the kid.
And he's like just chilling under the stairs. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Is he like, so they take him to like the cop's house, and he's like such a fucking weird kid. He like sits under the stairs and just like eats like fucking trail mix the entire time. That's the last thing I remember. It's
Oh
so
my God.
fucking
Yeah.
weird.
Anyway,
Because when they all have the conversation of who wants to be a God candidate, like the 2 main people, the main girl, the main boy, we barely even talked about, are like, we don't want to be God candidates because we'll miss each other too much. And the
Oh
social
my
media
God.
girl's like, oh, I don't want to be the God candidate because then I don't be able to do whatever I want anymore. And they're like, okay, we'll give it to the suicidal dude because he doesn't want to live anymore.
That was so
yeah,
bad.
and then the doctor, like, I don't want to be God candidate. I love science. And fuck God.
Yeah,
or
I
whatever.
know, basically.
I just I don't understand. Why is there God powers? It comes from the people. Is that was the
I
thing?
guess.
I don't
'Cause,
know.
Like he was
Like-
like saying like if people don't believe in God, then there's no powers. But I'm like, isn't that like the fucking catch
My head is
22?
hurting just
Is
trying to
that
think of the show
people
again.
have God powers, so people think that they're gods. But do they get the power of being a god because people think that they're gods, or do people think that they're gods because they have God powers?
That's what the show tried to explain. It didn't get.
It didn't get
Again,
anywhere.
know what
Okay,
you
cool.
just
The chicken or the
said?
egg.
Okay, cool.
You just said words.
It didn't make
And I
sense
just
to me, and I said
just
that.
looked at you like, yeah.
didn't make any
God
sense to me.
power with power of God, but God does power because
This-
power of
This
God.
is how it ends.
I'm just like, what?
This little kid becomes God.
Yeah.
He merges with the previous God, right? So he
Yeah.
has like
Murders him?
a double mind, I
Two,
guess.
two personalities.
Two
basically,
personalities,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. And
So
the
the-
old god's trying to take over the new kid's body,
Mhm.
basically.
He just wants a new body.
Oh, that was
the,
it.
The
Fuck
kid
me.
too strong or what? Anyway,
He's too strong.
the little
suicide
kid is like, wow, I wanted to help all these people kill themselves, but now that I'm God and I can see everybody and they don't want to kill themselves, I feel bad. So I'm
there's
gonna
some people
kill
that do.
myself.
And thus killing everybody.
And thus killing everybody and everyone suffering. And this is how the show ends.
I don't think I've ever been talked to where my brain just shut off.
Who made this show?
You know who made this show?
Definite
Like the
people,
animation
definite
or the
people.
writing?
Show's ass.
Because the writing, isn't the writing a famous person?
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's what I said. The Death Note people.
Mhm.
It's the
Death
Death Note
Note
duo.
This is straight up 2 out of 10.
Okay.
2 out of 10.
God.
From what you said, my brain was like, this is the worst show I've ever heard. 10 out of 10. I gotta watch this.
I will say this about this show. I usually don't try to promote other people's things, but like Mother's Basement, I think did a good. I forgot who it was. Like did good explanation of it. It's an hour long. And it has some interesting ideas in it. But they
Okay.
just don't say it well. They just don't do it well. Like the main character want to be a pacifist, and him almost getting to that goal of making this a pacifism run of the whole game.
Oh,
And
at the
keep
end
to
of the
that
show,
stuff.
Oh my god.
he made up his mind and he was gonna kill the professor.
Yeah, like
I know, but,
Even though
like,
he didn't do anything that bad.
he was like, yeah,
he
there
knew,
was,
he knew the professor was going to like betray him. And whatnot.
But I'm like, bro, you wouldn't kill Metropolitan Man.
he
But you're,
murdered people.
but you're gonna kill the
I know,
professor.
I know,
Okay.
I
You
know.
watch
Again,
Metropolitan Man kill a child in front of you.
forgot
On live
about that.
TV.
Yeah, on live TV when she was trying to fly away.
Jesus.
It was so bad.
Ugh.
Fuck this show.
If you,
Also,
want,
he blew up
if
a
you
building.
honestly want
Blew up
to
a
know
building.
more about this show, watch that Mother's Basement thing. It's interesting. It's an interesting take on it. Do the show anymore?
That's funny.
So thinking of,
breaks my
speaking of
brain.
Best Boy, ranking in Kings. So the show's pretty good.
That's not Best Boy. You know it.
It's Best Boy right now that we're talking about.
Oh, okay. That's what right now in the podcast.
Right now. So,
Yeah.
did we all finish ranking Kings?
I got
Yeah.
to 12, episode 12.
So you got halfway through.
I think
Oh,
so.
no.
Well,
Cover
did we
your
get
ears.
to 17? What? We
Have
got
you guys
pretty
not
far.
finished it either?
No, we finished it.
Oh, okay.
You could talk about
You
it.
talk
I don't
about
care,
it.
Dude. Talk
Yeah.
about it.
So
How do you
this
guys feel
show,
about it?
this show I liked a lot because it reminded me almost of a Saturday morning cartoon. It was like you wake up, there's nothing, nothing crazy is gonna happen in this show. Like not everyone's gonna die, aka it's like basically this whole show, but it's about this kid who wants to. I don't know if he wants to become king, but he's basically going to be the next king when his father dies, and then everybody fucks him over.
Yeah. It reminds me of Winnie the Pooh.
He reminds you of Winnie the Pooh.
How? Please.
It's just how it
Just
looks.
how it
Or like how it's
Ugh.
presented to me. It reminds me of Winnie the Pooh.
I'm missing out on watch Winnie the Pooh.
I must say, I don't think Winnie the Pooh looks like this in my
I
eye.
don't think of Winnie the Pooh either. What the heck, man?
That's what I think of when I watch this show. I'm like,
Dude, so does no one actually ever die in that show?
The father does die.
No,
technically.
but then he
Yeah.
fucking
No, he does like go.
Okay, that's good.
The father dies, but I think that's honestly the only person that does.
I think the only part that's pretty sad, I guess, would be the mother dying.
No,
the
his
mom?
mom, his actual
Oh,
mom.
the mom.
Yeah, his
The-
His
actual
actual mom.
Yeah.
Dude, it was,
Okay, yeah, there were the two moms did die.
Yes.
it was pretty funny when what the fuck the night on the staircase when he tried to kill himself. He tried to jump off the
Oh,
staircase
yeah.
and he's like, "My body's too strong. I can't die." That was also pretty funny when he got kicked in the nuts
Oh god.
by the weird, I guess like the number 2 king. I don't remember his name. Underworld
Yeah.
King.
I don't remember.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't remember
dude,
names.
yeah. Lightning dude.
that guy.
Yeah, he had like a, I don't know. Yeah, it was good. It was that was, yeah. But no one died.
No, this
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
show,
Why
everyone
would
had,
you want someone to die?
Dude, I was like, but I remember like they show people like getting stabbed and shit.
dude, there's some, like everyone
Gets-
dies at
but
one
then
point.
they're like, they come back, bitch.
Yeah.
Like even like,
Well,
man,
like,
that was
I think
crazy.
most people die like off screen, or they died in the past.
Dude, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like all the main characters, anyone that had a
Yeah.
role in this show, died at some point and then came back, or at least was
Yeah.
close to death.
Yeah, fucking.
Because what's his name
Everybody.
got his eye and arm and
You just
face
kept going.
gouged out.
Yeah,
God.
I was saying
They're like healing magic, healing magic, healing magic.
yeah. I said I think the show is like weirdly brutal, But then it like backtracks itself every time it becomes like it's like, oh my god, that guy got fucked, and he's like, now he's fine. You're like,
I'm not.
But I just saw him. He totally just died right now.
Yeah, he got fucked.
Yeah, I remember.
It was the double.
Shoved that guy off the bridge. Remember that? He died. He got stabbed. It was the crazy guy that tried taking the crown. He was sitting on the throne.
Yeah,
that's right.
And then they threw him over the bridge. I'm like, there, that guy died. And then like showed like 3 frames of like his finger twitching. I'm like, motherfucker, you did die.
No one dies.
Yeah.
But I said, to me, this was like a Saturday morning cartoon. I don't. It's weird to say. Like, it's not almost an anime in my eyes. It feels like I'm watching like more of a cartoon.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Winnie the Pooh. Exactly.
I don't remember Winnie the Pooh. Apparently,
I don't remember him.
There's no honey in the
I
show.
remember
I remember people dying.
looking like this.
It looks just like it.
What do you mean? He's a bear. Piglet
What
doesn't
year
look
Winnie
like
the
a
Pooh
pig.
did you watch?
Why does Piglet look like a pig? Piglet does not look like a pig at all. I
Anyway.
just want to bring that up. I just realized that.
He looks like an
He
animal.
looks like a
Bounce on his
beetle.
tail. Tigers don't do that.
But he looks like an actual like tiger. Piglet looks like a beetle, if anything. He's got like a weird.
Why is there a tiger in the forest?
I don't care about that. That's actually like
Tiger in the forest. That's
it's
really
a bad.
interesting.
They run out of the zoo.
They all talk.
Kangaroo in the forest.
It could be in Australia. Australia's got forests.
Do they?
I guess.
I thought
At
it was
least
all
one.
desert.
But
Just
Australia
through.
have-
It's
I
on
thought
New
the whole point
Zealand.
of Winnie
It
the-
swam.
I thought the whole point of Winnie the Pooh is that they were all stuffed animals.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing.
too,
But
But anyway, about the show,
Yeah.
what else did you guys think of it? Like, I liked all the characters.
I didn't like the second
It was
part
just
as much
great.
as the first. I'm going to say that.
So, what'd you say?
You didn't like the second part.
Oh, second part?
It just wasn't as good as the first part, in my opinion. I don't know.
I'm trying to
Because I think
remember
they
what
kept on
split.
hinting at stuff they want to do. Like, oh, we gotta save this the mortal guy. Oh, we gotta now figure out the demon dude issues. Just kind of made loose threads.
I feel like this season is a good like we gave you a lot of information, but we only finished like a 16th of what we gave you.
do they want you to read
Yeah.
the manga?
I
That's
think I
what
was
it
probably
expecting more
is.
of a complete thing.
That's what all these are.
Yeah, just go
technically.
read our manga. This
Yeah.
is to get you interested.
Or-
Go read the manga.
Or
Yeah.
Go buy
hopefully
the
season
manga.
2 comes out.
I like how it looks though. Like the art style is pretty
It
nice.
looks nice.
And how it's animated.
Yeah, I said the
Yeah.
characters were fun. The Russian dub was pretty good.
There's a Russian dub.
Yeah, every time you
You
finish
guys
the
watch the
Japanese
one.
one, it pushes you into the Russian
I
one.
hate Crunchyroll
When
so
I
much.
first, when I
So
first
bad.
started ranking the kings, that's what started, and I'm like, what the fuck?
This is weird. I've never heard this
They kept
language
on
before.
doing that to Demon Slayer because on Crunchyroll, Demon Slayer is like 95 different fucking things because it has all the dubs and all the movies.
Mine always pushed
Oh,
me to the
yeah.
movie.
It's
always to the
always.
movie.
I'm like,
I've seen it already. Go away.
and I was watching on my PS4,
Yeah.
and the interface on that is such ass. It doesn't show you the entire title of it.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
it does like the half of it, and
Yeah,
then
it's
the
like
dot,
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 dot.
dot.
I'm like, they it has the same title, but on the end it says like French dub.
Yeah.
So I have to click through all those motherfuckers to try to figure out which one I'm on.
Dude, that's
I gotta listen for like the first like 2 seconds. I'm like, God damn it, they're speaking Russian this time.
You should go on the app and go on the Reincarnated as a slime, and then you have season 1, season 2, season 1, season 2, season 1, season 2, season 14, season 14.
Yeah, why
And
sometimes
I'm like,
just
what the
change-
fuck is this?
Season 14, I must have blacked out for 10 years. What happened?
Oh god. Fuck these apps. Better than dude. So I'm just gonna bring it up real quick. I tried to watch Slow Loop because I don't have internet where I work right now because it's shitty. So I downloaded it on the Funimation app.
Oh God, that's
That
horrible.
might be the
What
worst
show?
mistake of your life.
Slow Loop. It's like
Oh.
girls fishing. I don't know. I didn't get through it,
Dude, the fucking Funimation app sucks so hard.
but
Yeah,
I tried.
also on
So I'm like,
Funimation app being sucky.
oh, I'll just download it, and the download goes in fine. The subtitles are, I don't know,
gibberish.
20 seconds late.
I had this too.
I'm sitting there, they're talking. I'm like, subtitles didn't load. So I hit like turn it on and off, and then like the subtitles pop back up.
Oh, hell
And either I can tell what they're saying a little bit because you kind of know, or it's like no one's speaking, and then subtitle comes on. Next subtitle comes on.
Who says that?
Nothing, and you're like,
Or
when was
it's
this
weird
for?
characters. Or it's like weird characters that don't make sense.
Yeah, I've had that too. I've had an audio delay too.
I've had that.
Which you wouldn't think would bug you so hard not speaking Japanese, but like it drove me fucking insane. It was like a 5-second delay. It was bad.
Oh,
I had that.
So bad.
That's the issue with the slow loop because, like, it's one of those shows I don't have to pay attention. It's just cute girls doing cute things. So I'm like, I'll look up, look down every so often. But I look down and look up, and it's a scenery shot, and there's fucking subtitles scrolling, and I'm like, I can't do this.
So, see, isn't all of the Funimation shows going on Crunchyroll now,
Yes.
or VRV?
Yeah.
All the new ones, basically.
Crunchyroll
And all the old
dubs.
ones are slowly
Crunchyroll
going to go
dubs.
towards them, they said.
Are they keeping VRV?
Yes.
Probably.
I wish that they would do.
VRV is being weird right now.
Yeah, there's only like one
is
channel.
VRV is basically its originals and Crunchyroll at the moment.
Yes.
See, what I wish they would do is I wish that they would put a Funimation channel on VRV like it was before, so
I
you can
think
have
they're
all
right
your.
now. I think VRV is going to get dissolved and put into Crunchyroll.
Okay.
That's my.
That's
honest-
probably what I'm
We'll see what
guess.
happens.
I just
because Rooster
yeah.
Teeth got off it,
saw
Funimation's off
that.
it, High Dive, and like some
High
other
Dive's
app
gone,
was
yeah.
off it.
Uh,
now.
They should just
The scary one was Shudder.
Crunchyroll app.
yeah.
Because I got it when it was pretty big. Because I had High Dive, it had
Yeah.
Shudder, it had
Mondo
Rooster
Media, I
Teeth.
think.
Yeah.
There's, like a bunch of
Rooster
stuff.
Teeth. It had a lot of stuff that I'm like, oh, I'd pay for these separately, and then they all left. I'm like, I'm not paying for these
At
separately.
one moment they had Funimation on it, so it was a screaming deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
So
VRV,
they had
Crunchyroll,
Funimation
and
before Sony bought it.
Yeah.
Sony bought it, then
High
it got
Dive.
off, and that's when they got High Dive on it.
Yep.
Yeah,
think
And
because
then
that was
High
the
Dive's
dubs.
gone.
At the end of this year, Rooster Teeth, Mondo, High Dive, all the other third-party ones just are off it now.
Yeah. So it's basically you're paying for. I think it's a better Crunchyroll, like a little bit better.
Their app is better, I believe.
But I know-
At least on the
tried using it,
web
and I don't
browser.
like it.
Connor could probably give you more information on that. The VRV web browser.
I use it
It
too.
just-
It's
What is better for what reason? But what at what point? The video player was better.
Oh.
I
I
used
know-
as a
Really?
better video.
didn't
I
player.
know
it was
Crunchyroll-
video player at all.
I
know-
mean like technically. You know what I mean? Like it had like a better
Yeah.
whatever it was, Connor.
Guess.
I don't know. I'm talking out my
Yeah,
ass
right
Right.
now
now.
on Verb is Crunchyroll. So Mondo, Crunchyroll, and VRV Select. They're originals.
They also had the old cartoons at one moment, right?
yeah, they had
did.
everything, and then it just
They
disappeared.
had
They
a
said
lot of stuff.
for
Yeah.
$14, it
It
was
was great.
amazing.
That's
For
pretty
now,
good.
$14, I'm
get
paying for
shit.
Crunchyroll.
you get shit.
But it's the only reason why I liked it. Like I feel like before it had better download and had a better just interface.
Yeah.
But now they have the new update for Crunchyroll.
Do
They
they?
have it's like a beta they're in right now, where they're trying to merge the Funimation and Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
And
saw
I
that.
haven't tried the.
God.
I hate that
The-
Crunchyroll beta.
Is it
They
shit?
had
it's
so
shit.
many
Yeah.
channels on this. They had Boonerang, Cartoon Hangover,
Okay.
Curiosity Stream, Funimation, Geek and Sundry, High Dive, Machinima.
They had Machinima.
Like they had like a bunch
Machinima's
of
still a
programming
thing?
on this stuff.
Yeah, kind of.
Guess so.
Fuck, that's
It's like IGN. They're like doing that
IGN
stuff.
still. I mean, IGN does like the
IGN still.
review.
7 out of 10. no
Yeah, they
matter
do the
what.
review. Machinima was just all.
Machinima.
I mean, it wasn't even Machinima for a minute. It was just people like put like random one-off videos on it. Whatever, whoever was
Drama.
It was
for
a
their prompt
comedy.
for the partner program they had, whatever
Yeah.
it was.
Korean
came back.
dramas.
G4
They had a
came
lot
back,
of
what?
stuff on this
Yeah.
thing.
Is Attack of the Show back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
On,
crazy. That's
yeah.
crazier shit. I've
Twitter.
ever heard.
Or sorry, Twitch.
It's on Twitch.
Yeah.
Well, it's on TV too.
Is that on
What
TV
about
too?
It's back on
X-Play?
TV.
Oh, nice.
Is X-Play back?
Anyways.
Those are the only shows I watched.
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about the last show that we hinted at?
No, we're good.
Okay.
Okay. No. It's
No,
a real best
Wait,
boy.
what show?
Best show of the season.
No, it's not the
Best
best
show-
show. of the
honestly,
season.
might
It's
be
the
my
best boy
anime
of the
this season.
season.
For a year.
What?
Mine's my second of the season.
I think it's second of the season.
Mine was
This is,
Darling.
this is one of the few shows that almost made me cry.
Bro, I cried so many times. What
I-
you mean?
I'm in the middle of work and I'm like, don't cry.
Yeah, same. I'm in the middle of work. I'm like, I can't cry. I can't cry at this show. I can't.
Don't cry in the van. They're all gonna look at me.
I was watching with my girlfriend. Like, oh, this is so funny. Why are we crying in the next episode?
Dude, it's not even like the full episode go by. It'd be like half the episode. You're like, ah, ha, ha. And then the other half, you're like, what the fuck? You got bullied. Dude, this show. Well, what's the name of it
I don't
exactly?
know.
Kotaro lives alone. It's about a 4-year-old
It's on Netflix.
Oh, is this the one on the? Yeah,
lives alone.
Yeah.
you told me about
It's
this
the one with the weird
okay.
animation. That might put some people off. But watch
Amazing.
it.
The
Amazing.
animation's not too bad. I didn't really think anything
Right.
about it.
I like that art style for like the type of comedy content that they.
The only thing that bugged me was the Yakuza looking dude. Whenever he would bend
so
over,
funny.
the dots would weirdly shift because it was a
Oh, I
background.
loved it.
Oh, yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god, I love
So when
that.
he would bend over, it would like shift. I'm like, oh god, that hurts.
I loved it.
But out of all the characters, dude, this 4-year-old kid, he's basically acting like an adult this whole time.
It's
Oh my
But
god.
he's
Sounds kind
Trauma.
of sad.
it's
It's
super
very sad.
sad.
Sad when kids have to
The
act like
show's
adults.
it's so because it's
Sad.
like 4-year-old.
Sad.
He acts like an adult, right? He's very chivalrous, and then he talks like feudal Japan type of Japanese, I guess.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
day, sir.
Because of his
You know, he was like, salutations,
milady."
sir. Yeah.
because he's watching a kid show, and
kid
that's how
show.
the guy that he
Oh.
wants to be like talks.
And that's how he copes with things. And then like the show ended, and oh my
Oh
god,
my
dude,
god!
the show is
I
so
don't want to
sad.
say it.
He didn't sleep for days.
So, so like how this all starts off is the kid moves into the apartment complex.
All by
And he
himself.
gives like all by himself, and he gives all his neighbors tissues.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
tissues,
say
man. I
hi.
just remember the tissues. Oh no, the
Oh,
Ah,
and the
the
tissue stuff is so sad.
tissues. I'm gonna cry over damn
Dude,
tissues.
you find out halfway through the show that this motherfucking kid was living off of eating tissues.
And he's like, you buy the higher end ones because they're a little more sweet.
And
you're
I
like,
was like,
oh god.
Oh, no, he tells that to his friend, like the
Yeah.
older dude. And he's like, oh, that's kind of weird. And he watches on TV of another dude saying, oh yeah, I was kind of abused when I was a kid, and I didn't really have food, so I always ate tissues. And he connects the dots, and it's just
Yeah.
like, what?
Dude.
No.
He's
what?
only 4?
He's 4.
That's depressing.
It's so sad.
Ooh.
Like,
Yeah, dude, because he's like I think his mom had like some sort of like postpartum depression
Yeah.
or whatever, so she never wanted him.
and then his dad was just abusive.
His dad was abusive.
Supposedly abusive. I've been talking to a friend who's watching the show, and we don't really see much abuse besides that one scene.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but he does
It's-
have a
it's-
restraining order
yeah, so
against him.
there's
though.
something
No.
that has to be.
The show has so much going into it and doesn't explain everything, which
So-
is great. There's this weird gray area of
Yeah.
if the dad's actually abusive or the mom was abusive.
So this 4-year-old is living by himself.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's getting life insurance from his mother's death.
yeah.
That he doesn't know.
He
about.
doesn't know where the money
Like,
comes
he doesn't
from.
know of,
Who's
but the kid is
like-
very
His
observant
mother's
of other
life.
people's things. It's so
Uh,
it plays
they're-
the whole thing of how little kids can be very perspective on adults, but sometimes they don't know what they do themselves.
Oh, it's like when he's talking to the teacher and he's like, "You're like I'm really good at faking a smile, like what you're doing right now." And you're like, "How'd you know?" I mean, what?
Yeah.
just
he's
like how
very-
you do every day in class, teacher.
yeah.
So
Ugh,
is this like
please watch the show.
an actual thing where like super young kids?
Oh, I have no clue.
Like I'm wondering because I
probably.
mean it seems like a common trope.
Well,
you
yeah,
know
it's
what I
when,
mean?
like it's like when little kids act like adults. It's just like it's like trauma.
Yeah.
It's just a reaction.
I mean, more of like his situations where,
Oh,
where
yeah.
he's living by. I've seen
Oh.
it before in other shows.
yeah,
I'm wondering
because-
if this is actually like, are they're like literal children living by themselves? That's because
they-
if that's really
They,
depressing.
they give you examples of like I guess what to look for when children go through certain things. So I thought at the end of the show they're gonna give you like a PSA or like, hey, if you notice this, you know this child may be
I
in
think-
danger.
I think he's more going on with like kids actually live by themselves, so the government actually give you the
well,
money.
no,
for a
I mean, I'm not.
4-year-old
I
living in
mean,
his
not
own
even like
apartment.
trying to be like trying to nitpick it. I'm wondering if this is like an actual.
Well,
Because
there-
I've seen it. I mean, it happens in other shows.
there
where
is a
kids live by
part
themselves.
in-
Teenagers living by themselves.
Yeah,
well,
but,
there is
I
a
mean-
part in the show where you
Yeah.
see a kid that's probably teenager, you said, and he's
Yeah.
taking care of his two brother and sister,
Yeah.
and
Like-
they get taken away by the,
State
children's
social
services.
services.
children's-
thing.
yeah.
whatever CPS
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
and-
yeah, yeah. In
But
Japan.
I don't know because he was living in a house at one point, but then he ran away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. Yeah.
I just didn't.
Or he left for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lawyer comes and like gives him his allowance. I
Yeah,
guess,
Yeah, I
basically.
just-
Oh no! So he left that house because his dad found him.
Oh yes,
That's
yes,
right.
That's
That's
what it
right.
was.
I think they probably just assumed, the safest thing is just let him do whatever he wants to do and
But
go to an
I guess
apartment
the
complex.
other thing that makes it sound like his dad was abusive is the way that he talks to, like to everyone when he says he's like, "Oh, I want to get stronger because I want to help my dad fight the basically darkness."
Oh, yeah, he's like, I'm the reason my dad behaved like this, so I have to become stronger. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
But there's also things with the mom, like the first girl who was at the place,
Uh-huh.
noticing the whole or not maybe the first. Like one of the girls noticing the rubber glove situation.
That was the second girl.
Oh,
was the second girl,
Is the whole I keep these gloves that my mom used to wear because she would only touch me when she would wear these gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
And then that other
she got
girl-
sick when she would touch him.
Yeah, that girl was like, "Oh, my mom wore these gloves because she hated touching me or whatever."
Yeah.
That's sad as shit. Dude.
Dude, this show is it's so weird
No,
dude.
because
This
it's like
show is
Go ahead.
so just too much, man.
Mhm.
I didn't expect going to the show of what I got.
because you told me you're like you should watch it, it's pretty good, and I'm like okay, yeah, fuck it. I'm saying at work, I'm like, who the fuck? I'm like, I'm a man.
Okay,
No
dude,
one
I was
laughed.
like, oh, this show
grown man.
seems like it's like
grown-ass
okay, a
man.
kid's living by himself. Okay, whatever. It's not gonna be that good. But
I
I'll
was
try
like,
it out.
that's
I'm
a funny
like,
concept. Oh god.
Oh no, the feels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's all the parts where he's like, you know, he sees like a mother and a child. He's like, then towards the end, he's like, oh, do you think I'll see my mother ever again? And you're like, oh, stop.
Man. The last episode.
last
We're not
episode's
spoiling the
so-
last episode. No spoil the last
I
episode.
don't wanna say
but, man,
anything.
There's one where his friend from school gets upset that, and so he runs away from home. Right? He's like, "Wow, you get to do all this stuff by yourself. That's awesome. And your parents don't care, bro. That's so cool. I wish my parents didn't care." Or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, we're tired. Do you mind if I sleep by your place?" And he's like, "Sure, come over to my place." So then he comes over to his house, and he's like, "Oh, where are your parents?" And he's like, "I don't have any parents. I live by myself." And he's like,
Well, he
"Oh,
says they're ninjas. He says they're ninjas.
Yeah.
oh yeah."
On training. and-
He tells all the kids that his parents are ninjas.
That's sad as shit.
Yeah, but he lives by
And
himself,
and
right?
since they're 4 years old, they believe
Yeah.
him.
Oh yeah.
My other
The
favorite
five.
part is so he hates pictures because one
Oh,
time they
so
took a
awesome.
picture of him and that's how his
yeah.
dad found him
Yeah.
and made a whole scene. So his neighbor, instead of taking a picture of him, he drew a picture of him and it's like godlike. And I'm just like, oh my heart.
The picture.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to spoil the show too much because
I
I want people
know.
to really watch this.
The picture
but
or the part
please.
where they're trying to take a picture of him.
That's just
it's
so funny.
wholesome. He's like, no. Yeah, but the only episode I was mad at was when the best girl leaves.
Oh, true.
She left. I was like, no, I love
Mad
her.
Fuck her
about it,
abusive
but I like it
boyfriend.
happened. I like.
I
how-
understand
that they
it, yeah.
were ballsy enough to do that.
Yeah.
Dude, they went like just besides the abuse with the kid. Everybody
There's
else had
abuse in other
something going
ways.
wrong. Like the Yakuza dude, like his wife wouldn't let him, or his ex-wife wouldn't let him see the kid. His kid shows up at some point.
His kid's badass.
That part's
Oh my God, the
depressing as
kid.
shit. All this is there's 11 11
11 yeah.
episodes.
It's pretty. Oh, 10?
10?
It's pretty
10,
short.
It's 10 episodes.
So picture if they were 15 minutes long and there's 22. So 15 minutes of
Yeah.
each episode, super funny. The other 15 kicks you in the nuts.
He's like,
Honestly,
you're-
that is how it is.
Because you're
You
like,
start
oh, this is
laughing, and then you're like,
quirky.
why am I crying? Why is there tears? I was laughing
it's
like
so
10
real.
seconds ago.
yeah.
Because it's quirky at one moment. You're like, oh, that's weird that he does. That's kind of funny. And then they tell you why he does it. And then you're like, oh, god.
Yeah, dude. Oof.
That's funny. He likes tissue so much because
Yeah, because he
hates
would buy,
them.
like I say, he'd buy the fancy one, and then he'd always go shopping with his neighbor. He's like, no, you can buy these. You won't be alone anymore, basically. And they're the cheap tissues. And he's like, you won't be starving. And you're just like, oh my god, it just hurts.
Dude, this kiss.
Balloons.
All the balloons. Oh, the balloons.
Oh, I forgot about that. He goes up.
Watch it. Just watch
Okay,
it. It's
what
just
was I
really
doing?
good.
Don't say
Aw.
what the balloons are. Just say balloons, and you'll
Balloons.
Just watch you go through the 4 stages of grief right there.
Bro, you
dude.
went once. If you know, you know.
I'm like slightly
you know.
tearing. It's so sad.
Funny.
I would say this is. I think it's a 9.5.
This is like a 9.5 for me too.
9.8.
10s.
9.8.
Dude, that's almost perfect.
It's really good.
It's pretty good.
It's so good.
I think on my anime list it's 8.5 basically. For my anime list,
wow.
it's pretty good. For a
Again, I
no-name
just
show,
don't think many
basically.
people know. It's just one of those hidden gems, and it's like Hot Taxi for me. It's this year's Hot Taxi right now.
I feel like Netflix, these 2 shows that they have on it, are hidden gems for 2 different reasons.
Yeah, I didn't expect it. I'm like, wow, this show looks kind of shitty. But we're like, oh, we don't have anything else to watch.
We
Let's
actually
watch it.
Yeah.
Because the trailer's pretty funny.
Is it?
Yeah. So like, oh, this is funny. Ha ha ha. Christ, no. And then you just keep watching for 10 episodes.
Yeah, I literally texted Bob episode 4, and I'm like, "Fuck you for making me watch this. It's so good."
Please watch it, people. Please watch it.
I recommend this one.
Recommend it.
Definitely, if you want to
Sad.
cry.
And laugh at the same time.
I don't know if I can handle that.
I mean, if you're an abused kid, probably don't watch it.
Yeah, probably
Oh,
not.
God.
Trauma
And
like that.
If you
probably
can't handle
don't.
like themes of abuse, this might be a little rough, but it's not that rough.
If it may be a little triggering, but if
It might
not,
be a little triggering.
then you
Yeah.
watch it. It's a good
Yeah,
show.
please watch it. It's my
I'm now
second
just thinking
favorite.
of all the triggering stuff that happens in this damn show. I'm just kind of just like, oh no,
But-
oh no,
but-
that
and-
scene, oh no, that
and now
scene.
and now I know. So for whatever reason, I encounter a kid. I'm like,
Oh,
Oh, he gets the
tissues.
fancy tissues. Oh, where do you live, buddy?
I'm just gonna stand by the tissue aisle at the Walmart.
can't eat
or
Which
whatever.
one are you touching? Which one are you doing? No,
I never
You're
gonna
not
look
sweet.
at tissues again.
I know.
know.
I kind of want to try eating them. What?
Well, have you never done that though? Like,
No.
Eat
never done
paper?
no. Like you put your like a tissue in your nose if you have like a bloody nose or something, and then you forget to tear it, and you kind of like get in your mouth. The ones that have like the gel or the thing that makes it liquidy.
Sweet.
Yeah. It has a little
lotion.
tang to it. Lotion,
No.
thank you.
I usually just use toilet paper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've done
I've-
tissues before.
The farmer
And I'm like, oh, this has like a
farmer rockets.
tissue
it's
taste
bad.
to it. Never thought about it.
You know when you
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm talking about like if you have a bloody nose or
Oh.
something, you have to block it.
I don't really get. I haven't had blood nose for a minute, so.
Same, but I just done it before. Like I've been punched in the face. I'm like, okay. And I'm like,
I've usually
"Oh."
just let myself look like a massacre.
Oh, you just let it go on you.
Just lay there. I'm like, I'm not looking good, chief.
And then you see his ass, and you're like, yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean that, chief.
Oh,
I meant chief
oh,
in general.
Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah, every time I get a bloody nose, I imagine Master
Master
Chief,
Chief.
and I'm like, I'm sorry I've let you down.
We should go finish that episode.
we will. Okay. Well, you guys got anything else to say about this season?
Not really. I wanted to end on that.
No,
please.
I think we're good.
that's all right.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching this episode.
Marathon.
Yeah, about hour 40.
I thought we
fuck.
started like, oh, there's not much, and we're an hour and almost 2
Well, I
hours.
feel
in.
like all the shows we wanted to talk about, like this season didn't have a lot, but all the shows that it did have were talkable.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
fucked us up like twice. That's my bad.
No,
I just talked about
yeah,
JoJo.
we talked about JoJo.
Oh, that's-
I had to talk about that.
That was
dude.
like 10 minutes. That's why I stopped. I'm like, no more.
It's so good.
I agree with you. But before we go on another
So what
rant,
I was gonna say.
thank you for watching. Check out our stickers. I'll leave a description for everything else. Check out Mike's channel.
Thank you.
When's he
go watch
when's
the
he
stuff.
uploading again?
Yeah,
There will
when's
be a
your
video
upload?
out by the end of this week. There will be
Nice.
a video out. It's
Wait, when is
almost
this
done.
gonna upload?
So after this comes out,
After this comes out.
his
Yes,
video
after
will
this
will
comes
be
out,
up.
It will be out by like.
And then
Friday.
after our
There will
next
be another
episode.
video after that. I have 3 videos almost done. I'm just very bad at completing stuff.
Ooh, tell me about it. I'm the same way. But
Don't do things.
anyway, thank you for watching.
Yep.
See you on the next one.
Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.